Welcome back to yet another wonderful week of Dungeons and Dungeons. We have a name. It's a new year. You see part 2 of our Waterdeep is going to be happening in the second half of our game tonight. That's exciting. I finally gave up on my printer dreams. It was a mess, and I'm not doing resin printers. So I just bought Dwarven Forge. I don't care anymore. Somehow Dwarven Forge became the cheapest option. Somehow.
Oh, Lord.
So
terrible.
We are done with Reed's obsession with D&D. My New Year's resolution is no more buying stuff.
Yeah.
Besides the rest of your miniatures that I'm going to try and get. Yeah, not now. Not now. Do it afterwards when you forget. We're starting off with the old crew right now, so we're rewinding a bit. We're going back 2 months, 3 days. Orhana has just left. She's left her note behind. And you all were just leaving the town. Dell has come back to the group. Kane is still with you.
Yes!
And you guys...
Easy fights.
I'm surprised you're allowing that.
Just easy, all right? Easy, everyone. All right? You'll see how things progress, all right? But you are all traveling to Skoberheim, the capital of the south of Skober, where the Temple of Corlin is located. Also where your good friend Sildar took Glassstaff, last you heard. It's quite a journey. It's going to take you 2 months to go down there. It actually worked out exactly to 2 months. I did it. It's about a little over 3,500 miles. And if you do a normal travel pace, which is 24 miles a day, 25 miles a day, you guys will get there in 2 months' time. But that's a decision you'll make, whether you want to be fast, normal, or slow speed as you travel down the southern border, or the western border of the continent until you hit Minna, where it branches, and then you go down through Whitland and then down into Skoberheim. A lot of mountains.
I know exactly what you're talking about because of those high quality maps that you're making.
I was going to say, the maps are actually so helpful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad. Helps me orientate myself.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, this all makes sense now.
Yeah. All right. So, the group is together of Flama, Mosnell, Ulazal, Del, Airy, Kane.
Okay.
Kane. Yeah, see, that's right, because there's 6 in the party, but you're not there. Got to do a little math there. But then we do have the overpowered 17-level barbarian. All right. Why is he there? Let me tell you.
Back in the bag. You're a plot device. Go away. We only pull you out when we need you.
Just like my dog. Who knew? Just going back and forth trying to figure it out. All right. So, what do you guys want to do right now? What do you want your marching order to be? Do you want to go fast? You're all traveling. You have supplies. You just supplied up from the town. The town is sort of in disarray because Orleth has put her influence into this city and is trying to get you to come home, as she continues to tell
I don't think we knew her name yet.
Yep, you did.
Yeah, he said her name. But
Oh, he did? Oh.
he did, but it's also, but it's kind of been like,
In passing.
yeah, you guys haven't really, it's not like a foundational
It's not
name.
like you guys are going to be like, so hey, tell me about the demon that's ruining your life.
You're not wrong.
Well, also, hey, tell us about the demon that's now ruining our lives now.
yeah, it's valid. Nobody's ever asked. So,
So that'll probably come up tonight. I don't know why it would, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, what are we feeling right now as a group? What are you all doing?
I mean, I feel like just a reasonable travel pace because we don't want to exhaust ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And definitely Mosnell at the front
Yeah, I
because
was
he
gonna
is
say
a
Mosnell.
navigating
I agree.
person.
All right.
And then, I mean, Del can
was
also
just
fly.
flying above.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That
Del
sounds
can fly
good.
above with his amazing powers of perception.
All right.
if at all possible, I would like to get there as soon as we can. It's just because I want to get all of this figured out so that we have some kind of weapon against this demon so, people stop turning into fiends and exploding in our faces.
Of course. I would like to avoid that as well.
So,
Very much.
if we could go a little bit faster than a casual pace, that would be ideal.
I don't mean like a casual pace, but like
Just a stroll.
we're not like the group of teenage girls or the group of teenagers walking down the hallway in school taking up the entire thing.
He went to school? Holy shit.
Flama being a slave and all.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so
Okay. So what's the order? What's the marching order?
I'll go behind Mazna.
I will be with them.
I'll pull up the rear.
Are
Giggity.
you sure you don't want Kane to be on the rear? Because Kane prefers the rear.
Oh, okay, then I'll be in front of Kane.
Okay. All right. I need. I want 3 rolls from Mosnell, survival,
Okay.
and I want everybody else to give me a passive perception check, or a perception roll to start.
It's
Just a normal roll, just a perception check.
That's no good.
19.
19. Okay.
Oh, I gotta get used to this new layout.
Yeah, you do.
That is
Harry
13.
The
got
screen is so dark.
Yeah, it is.
8.
You got an 8.
I'm conserving battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Let me know if you need the spend it.
Okay.
So we're starting out with good luck
Yeah.
today, I
Huh?
guess. Natural 20, I don't remember what his modifier is. I'm trying to pull that up.
That's fine.
It's
Very, very large.
I know. Your guy sucks.
It's probably a
Del
plus,
the omnipotent.
It's probably a +7.
7 to 11.
Probably +7.
Yeah.
20.
What's your survivals?
See, the thing is, even though his passive perception
10,
is so high,
17, 18.
on a perception check, can roll low.
Right. Yeah.
He might just not be paying attention at the given time.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking about my
Yeah,
egg.
it's not the be all end all with perception too. You can have really high rolls that still don't amount to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I'm not signed into D&D Beyond on this computer.
No.
Oh, but I do have LastPass, so it remembers all my passwords for me.
Ooh.
You hear that?
Are they sponsoring us?
Is that a sponsorship?
No, no, I wish
I'm
no.
telling you, it's not a problem.
I'm so sorry.
And today's episode of Dungeons and Dungeons brought to you by LastPass. Remember your passwords quick with
Oh my
LastPass.
gosh.
Wow.
I'll write all the stuff. I'll be the Sam.
I just got to get
Perfect.
what's his name's up.
Or I'll be
Kane, OP Kane.
Ram
Stats.
Siegel. He'll probably be offended. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Two-factor authentication.
Wow, these woods are sure exciting.
Yes, don't worry, I'll be
Wait, are they
describing them.
woods? I was
I'm
like,
gonna
woods
describe the journey.
Woods and mountains.
I just
guess.
gotta get my boy up.
And then at some point, there's gonna be a sea on our right side.
So Ulazal, what do you know about these demons that are plaguing our lives now?
Well, you say demons plural, but I believe it's actually only one very strong demon exerting her influence over magic forces, causing a lot of demons to be in our way.
So, okay. What else do you know? Like, why?
I don't know exactly what she is, but I know that she was summoned through a lot of blood sacrifice.
Oh, how much is a lot?
Like 10 years worth.
What?
Yes, it was
10 years?
10 years worth of blood sacrifices, at least once a day.
You were a part of this?
I was not a part of this. I was, well, that's at least what I have to tell myself.
Oh.
I just did research for them.
Research for them.
They would tell me to learn about a certain thing, and then I would.
What kinds of things?
Targets, occult things, to try and get deeper and deeper and closer to summoning Orla.
Okay, so like things of arcane nature?
Yes.
All right, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if they were asking you to research like torture methods, blood drawing methods, or some
No, I think
nonsense like that.
they had that figured out on their
Yeah,
own.
it sounds like it. 10 years worth of knowledge.
Yeah,
That's pretty scary.
it was horrifying.
What do you add to your perception check? What modifier?
It's wisdom.
Wisdom plus. Well, mine's proficiency. But
Okay.
Yeah, I would say if you're
So
proficient,
he got a what's your proficiency? Is he proficient? in
Well,
that?
if you're on D&D,
Yeah,
you
he's
should
definitely
automatically just do it anyway.
Oh, then I'm pretty sure it's just Oh, there it
You
is.
get
Yeah, it's just
seven.
9. He got a 9. Okay.
oh, 9.
I just because I'm doing like a group thing. 9?
Oh, for Kane.
Yeah, for Kane. All right, cool. Finally, Jesus. Okay, you begin your journey down the coast of Freya. You see past what someone else here?
No.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
How's it going?
No, it's fine. I just, need to know if I'm about to get jumped or something. It's like, guys, should we get in guns? Is this D&D over tonight?
You're good.
Oh man, I was so ready.
Am I just seeing an apparition?
Yeah, dude, I saw the fiend or whatever he was
Dungeons
talking
and
More or less.
Dungeons.
about. I saw Earl.
Good old Dungeons and Dungeons. Okay, so. Damn dog. Oh, there she
Okay,
goes.
just go. We got this.
She's upstairs.
You leave the roaming hills of Fandlin, and as the hills start to turn into forests, but not as thick as the Neverwinter forest. It's much smaller trees. They're not as high in the heights, and you see many creatures, and you're finally getting to see elk and wolf and some of the more typical deer you would see out inside a forest up where we live and around our area. It's wonderfully warm still during your adventure as the days start going by, and you see little quaint towns in the distances, but you're pretty darn focused on your journey, and they're quite a ways away from you to break off to try and see, but they're much smaller than even Fandlin set up on these journeys. What's fascinating is as Del flies overhead, he sees even like overlooking the structure of the world or the layout, you sort of that plain atmosphere. You notice there's almost a pattern to the way things are laid out into this world. Something that seems way more organized, but unrecognizable from your home back at, I'm pretty sure it was Mount Hotto, right?
Mount Hotno, yeah.
Yeah. And up there, it was more natural in a sense. Oh, my lord. That is my daughter. My dog daughter. All right. That's one of the things
Don't
that...
be one of those people.
Dude, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, they're just like, I'm a dog mama or mom.
No, you're not.
That shit is...
Don't equate your dog with a human child. That's different.
It is. That's terrifying. Anyway, so as you see nature in its absolute beauty, because it's almost untouched the farther south you go, lands less explored, the trade route you're taking is one of the major roads that actually leads south, one of the only ones, but it's hardly used. It doesn't seem to have a strong established trading route as you all are traveling down to Skoberheim. The tranquility, the peace, and the warmth of the sunrises and the sunsets you feel has such a beauty. It almost takes you away from any problems. It's something that makes you want to just get lost in these woods forever because it's so alluring. On your first weekend, the group doesn't really notice anything out of the ordinary. You're all eating like normal, and your rations you're going through. You're setting up tents and kind of carrying on to yourself idle conversation back and forth until you got into the morning of the 8th day. Things seem a little different. The forest and the trees have not only started to increase in their sizes, but you see the leaves starting to get more and more bare from all the trees, and there's almost an uneasy feeling now filling your bodies that has been taken away from your once fulfilling or whole feeling inside each of your bodies that you were experiencing on your southern travels. Del, as you continue to look up in the sky, it's aggravating you, and you feel like there's something wrong. As you can see, the forest seems sick. It's unhealthy. Something is clearly wrong with what's going on. And even Kane seems bothered and upset. Something is triggering in his instincts that has him on edge when he was mostly relaxed for the entirety of the journey. Mosnell has been leading the way and has cleverly stopped a couple wolf packs, let them go by, something he is excellent at being able to point out. He's also noticed a couple of impasses on this road where it would have been difficult terrain to get around and might slow you down, but he's able to put you on the right path to keep up the pace that you guys are looking to get through. As the group gets closer and closer to what seems to be the bother, just off the road, and it seems like the trees have almost opened up into what would have been completely covered, a ruin. The whole top seems to be off, and it seems there's all sorts of stones crumbling and continuously crumbling. But it's from at least Dell's perspective too, since you had such a high perception, you can notice even from the sky that the gravel keeps falling off the ruin, but there shouldn't be anything left after it falls, but it continues to fall. It's like this endless crumbling is going on over there. The group obviously is about, I'd say, 60 feet from it now as they go from their course a little bit to go check out what is going on in this area right now. So all of you are standing outside a ruin about 60 feet removed. The road is still about 60 feet behind you, and you're all getting a look at this all the trees have lost their leaves around it, and it goes back a little farther, and there's some actually filled trees in the background. The sun is just kind of setting, so you're getting that dusk feel, but it's not dusk yet. We're now getting into light fading, and you're gonna have to set up camp soon anyway. The aura itself almost feels like there's a mist, and it's a darker mist. It's not black evil mist, but it's definitely uncomfortable mist. You alive there, Ryan? Oh boy. Can't wait for Ryan to be like, could you repeat all that? And I'm going to be like, could I remember any of it?
Yeah, right. There's an impasse and some ruins and stuff.
Some mist
There's
or
things and stuff and mystery. Roll initiative. All right, we'll wait for Ryan to join back in so you all can make a group decision on what you're going to do. Oh, no. Oh, what just happened?
He's coming back.
Oh.
He's coming back.
Oh, don't do that. Stop. Stop touching things. Oh, my God.
How close to dark is it?
You have about, I'd say, 3.5 hours before it gets dark, and then about 4 hours before it's black.
How do I feel about this place?
Give me a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom or insight?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Because it's feeling.
Okay. That is 16.
16. It feels like the balance is off in this area.
There's
and
a
that's,
disturbance in the forest.
Yeah, there is. And that needs to be righted.
Okay.
Dell is gonna land and say, obviously Ryan's not here, but we can relay it later.
Sure.
He's just gonna say, there's something wrong about this place. I do not trust it, and I do not think we should tarry here long.
You guys hear kind of a quick little metal ting. I think we should check it out.
If you wish, be my guest. Go ahead.
I don't think we should let him go in by himself.
I just start kind of strolling over, kind of getting close, but I'm not going to enter yet.
Okay.
This place around us is obviously not well. If this is the cause of it and we can do something about it, isn't that something that you would want to do, Del? To help the forest?
I suppose. I would like more information, though. This ruin seems unnatural.
Perhaps we could scout it out beforehand just to see what might be going on. It looks like Ares already on his way to doing that anyway.
When I get like
You're hearing the crunching of like of tree branches and stuff as he's getting closer and closer.
When I get like 10 feet away, I'm gonna look for like a decent sized like twig or stone, and I'm just gonna pick it up and throw it at the closest section of the
Take
wall.
that! Okay. Well, there's hardly any walls. You can actually see into the ruin. So I'll describe it as you get closer in a moment.
Yeah.
But as you're getting in there and you're weighing up a rock, a...
Direwolf. I knew it.
No. An individual approaches you guys from behind and gets your attention. Would you like to describe your character?
Ha! My behind!
So let's see. My name is Delfina. But you guys don't really know that yet.
Nope.
But she's this little halfling, short blonde hair, Let's see. I think I'm like 3 feet tall. I don't even remember anymore. I created this a little while ago.
You keep making them smaller.
Oh.
Wow.
Let's see. And so she's short and she's a little pudgy. I don't know how much, like 3 feet. Anyway, a little pudgy. But like
It's all baby.
yeah. And I think I'm like 50-ish years old. Mm-hmm. So.
What is she dressed as and wearing? In your mind.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much. Probably like leather armor, if I had to guess. That's kind of what I see. In my D&D picture, she has a hat on. So sure, she's got a hat on.
Sure.
Sounds
Do
good.
I notice any weapons or other things that you may be holding?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. That's
Do you
not
have
the one that I was looking at. I think so.
I think you do too.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I just want to double check, so I don't want to start saying stuff and you're like, excuse me.
Okay, so it looks like I have a spear on me.
He's in the call, he hears everything, but Ryan, your camera keeps going in and out, and...
He just disconnected.
Okay, well there it finally happened. So maybe he'll join back in.
Right.
So yeah, I have a spear. But it looks like that's it.
You have a spear.
Is it
Did she sneak up on us?
Yeah.
how long is the spear? Is it taller?
It's
than her?
definitely taller than you. It's gotta be like double your
That's awesome.
size.
Let's see, it's like 5 feet is what it says.
So you see this tiny, pudgy little 3-foot halfling. He's got this like little metal hat on, leather armor, trudging through the forest, coming up, and it kind of like pokes on the back of Dell's wings.
Del flies in the air immediately.
All right.
I noticed Del.
I mean, if I hear a commotion, I'm back with my bow drawn, what's going on?
So it's not drawn.
Sure.
But I have how sometimes you'll see the samurai and they'll have their hand on the scabbard and they're flicking it up with their thumb just a little bit, about to draw.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that.
Yep.
Just
Flama's doing that as he looks to the
very
side.
intently, just
Kane has just been watching her the entire time. He was very aware of her and did nothing to stop this. He had no idea if it was creature or a person. He was very unaware of what it was and was fascinated to see where this would go. So then Ulazal is now
There we go.
who was talking to Dal, now sees instead a 3-foot halfling, and Mosnell, you also see the halfling. Did you get to hear the character described before you knocked out, or no?
Yes.
Great.
No, because you guys couldn't. You said I wasn't in the call, but I was like, guys, I'm here. I'm right here.
Hey, guys, we're friends, right? Hey!
I was like, say
Don't ignore me!
I want to go in. I want to go in right now.
All right, well, then Mosnell is right next to Aerie, if that's what you wanted to do. And Aerie just done a 360 bow drawn, and he's got it pointed at the Delfina.
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Who are you?
My name's Delfina. Is this my house?
No, you're
Okay.
far from your house.
All
yeah.
right, just wanted to check.
You're doing what I described in your little blurb.
Oh,
Oh my god. Did you
Sorry.
do it again?
I think probably.
Last time with Orhana, I wrote this whole backstory, and after the game, she's like, oh shit, that would have been helpful. I wrote you another one today.
Not even kidding. I was 3 weeks into the campaign. Yeah, I didn't even see this.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We can
we can wait.
we can do some more stuff with Kane right now, who is investigating the spear. He's sort of measuring the spear. He's got his Triton. He's putting it next to her. The Triton's a little taller, so he's trying to it's not an animal. Doesn't seem like an animal because it's metal, but is that skin? He's sort of on top of her ting little hat that's on him. And you see him just sort of looking around, trying to figure things out, giving Mosnell a look. Mosnell just sort of, what are you doing right now that Aerie's drawn? Are you drawn too, or are you just kind of looking?
I turned around, saw the person, and I'm looking back.
Are you going into it already, or?
I'll take a few steps in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of I can't. I'm just gonna Mazda, hold on a second.
He's going in. Please don't leave me.
Wait, we don't want to
Everyone can
split our
swallow them.
attention.
Kane, have you never seen a hat before?
Tries to flick it off, but it's like almost like strapped on. Just
He's definitely never seen a hat before.
he doesn't understand what you're saying.
There's still that language barrier thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably have a spell for that.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Wow, that would be
Jesus,
really nice.
are you shitting me?
I don't know if I have comprehend languages.
Wait, you think we can talk to Kane?
Yet. We'll see.
That would be handy.
I'm
Who
more.
is this stranger?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for real, who are you? What are you doing
Why are you
here?
here?
Yeah, why are you just in a random, not random, but like, we've been
And why
traveling
did
for
you
a while.
sneak up on us?
We've been traveling for a while and haven't really seen signs of many people. So, what brings you here?
Oh, I know this place. There's a lot of bad things that happen here.
That's what we thought.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of bad things?
Explorers starve to death and sometimes wind up going mad. It seems to turn into some kind of labyrinth or something of that sort.
Huh. Well, that's useful information. Do I trust her?
Give me an insight check, you punk.
I'm gonna roll as well.
All right.
That is a 17.
13 for me.
Seems trustworthy.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, that confirms our fears.
Is there anything we can do about it?
Yeah.
Is a lever?
You're not even close. You're in there, dude. You don't do any of this. You're already in there. All right.
Fine.
So, like, just a little correction on that. What I was describing in that stuff, you're actually from the Bramble Wood. So you actually came from the Bramble Wood because of this disturbance in the Bramble Wood.
I see.
All the stuff was
She
dying.
sensed the disturbance in the forest too.
She did, and she's coming down to the disturbance in the forest to see what's messing up her beautiful forest.
Take that.
Hashtag just druid things.
Yep.
Probably.
True.
I had one problem with one druid, so why not add another fucking druid to the party? Why not?
All right. I don't need to take healing spells ever.
All right, so, right. So now you guys all know that. You guys are standing outside there. Del, you're floating above right now.
Yeah, he'll come back down after seeing that she's not threatening other people.
Okay, so Del flies down. Give me a perception check. Masnell.
That was gross.
Good.
Could
I
hear
believe
it
that
inside of your throat.
is a 19.
19.
Nice.
You step into the ruin. The ruin is almost like a Greek temple, cut in half and in shambles. It's not marble, though. It's not like where you were. It's just stonework. There seems to be crumbles of all sorts of statues all around. There could be 50 plus statues all destroyed. There's one still together in the center, but it's got cracks in it, and all the features are gone from it. It's been eroded away by the rain and the water inside here. The temple itself, or the ruin, since you rolled so high, it seems like this could have been a temple to worship gods or deities by the amount of statues you see everywhere. You can put that together. It's not, you don't need a history check or anything like that. It's pretty obvious what this was used for. You've seen these before in adventures up in the north and seeing smaller shrines, but you've never seen the quantity like this shrine. There's a little bit of a chill that goes through you as soon as you step inside, and you feel cold as you're inside here. And it's a cold that isn't like the north. All right.
Well, I feel like there's only one thing really to do here.
Well, I mean, I know Mosnell's in there, but you know, we're really on.
Can we still see Maz?
Guys, you gotta see this!
Oh God.
Mosnell shouts that. You hear crows. It's like going out of the trees and getting away from the area, hearing the shout. You can still see him, like, so because of the ruined height, like, this whole top half is, you can see him inside there, and you can see the statue that is, like, overlooking him right now.
I will walk towards him.
I mean, are you sure?
Okay.
We don't have to do this. I know we're on a journey to, like...
Yeah, we kind of...
Yeah.
I feel like...
We don't have to do this. I want to put it up to Ulazal, because we're really trying to help his case,
Yeah.
but, you know...
Can I see what the statue is? Like who the statue is?
You can try.
Okay. That's a 14 for perception.
It's eroded away pretty badly. It must have been out here quite a while to lose the features.
I'm going to join Mosnell.
All right.
Me too.
All right.
Ulazal walks in. They all walk in.
I'm gonna wait for this
I'm
new
gonna-
person
I'm gonna-
to walk by me, and then I'm gonna be behind her. To keep
All right.
my
I'm gonna
eye
tap
on
on
Do you have did you put your bow away at this point, or?
It's in my hands, but it's not knocked anymore.
Okay, all right. So he puts the arrow back in your quiver, and the bow's on your side,
Say that.
in your hand, put towards your side, and everyone's sort of making their way inside the ruin.
Tap on Kane's shoulder and do
Yep.
like a...
You see Kane. He understands hand signals very well, and Kane actually starts flanking to the left side and starts going around another entrance into this ruin, trying to come in what would be Mosnell's left from this center statue. He's coming in that way, and you hear more gravel as you're all stepping on it and crunching underneath. Are you going in the right side, or are you just going in the
I'll
straight
go on the
side?
right side if he's going on the left side.
Yep, so you're both coming in, and make a perception check.
I'm gonna use my lucky feet once because that's a shit.
I mean, your choice.
I know it's my choice. Do it. It's still better. It's still better. 11.
11.
Rough though.
It's all ruins. Tons of pedestals cracked in half and crumbled, and all different faces of things that you can't really make out. A lot of it's eroded away.
Alright. Nothing to see here.
You both sort of, everyone meets in the middle around the statue that Mosnell's sort of looking at right now. What is everybody doing?
I'm gonna poke Mosnell.
I would like to examine the statue.
Okay.
Hi.
What do you mean? You can roll an investigation check for me.
I would like to examine the gravel falling a little closer.
Sure. So you still give me a investigation check on you two.
Yeah, can I look at that?
11.
Can I look at the gravel too?
Yeah,
It
go
looks
ahead.
really weird.
So, like, where the entrance is, where the gravel keeps, like, coming down, you can hear, like, you know in Skyrim when you hear the rocks in the cave falling down? You keep hearing that.
It's tripping me out.
You two, what did you roll for your investigations? You're both doing each side.
19.
19 and
A whopping 2.
2.
Oh boy.
You go to look up, and as one falls, dirt goes right in your eyes.
Oh god! Fuck!
Dell is flying intelligently above it, making sure not to get hit by that after noticing
Just
you
fly,
get
man.
blinded.
Come on.
Yeah.
I just want to say, after this, what happened at this, as we got here, I'm not helping with like investigating. I am like eyes out, completely alert right now. I don't want anybody to sneak up on me again.
Can you make a charisma saving throw for me,
What the
Harry?
fuck?
What?
You're killing him!
Oh.
14.
14.
That's okay.
As you're looking around the area, you feel compelled to touch the statue. You're investigating the statue.
Sure am.
And Dell, what you noticed from the rocks was they just keep reforming. It's like it falls, and it's the same rock falling from the top, and it just ends up back. It's not
Just like
teleporting.
materializing.
Yeah, it's never, you've never seen anything like this. It's a strange feeling, but it doesn't feel evil, doesn't feel good. It just seems like
Can I grab a rock that's falling?
sure,
Is it just a rock?
yeah. And you notice it's no longer in there, by the way, the rocks that were falling. So there's one less rock infinitely falling right now.
Right. Interesting.
You're investigating the statue. So as you start feeling around the statue and trying to notice what it is, give me a religion check
Religion.
on top of your investigation.
Ironically, I'm not very good at this.
Yeah.
Especially not with that roll.
Yeah.
I think that's a 6.
Okay. With both those rolls, it's completely faceless. You can't even identify it.
I don't recognize this one.
I kind of slowly crunch my way through the grass,
Mm-hmm.
and I've just kind of got like my right hand, just kind of like starting to lift up, just kind of like curious
Okay.
as I approach the statue.
Okay.
Do you recognize it?
No, I feel like I want to touch it.
I know
Start-
exactly what you mean.
I start to like reach up, kind of past Ulazal very
I'm gonna
slowly.
take a step back.
Okay.
Can I try to grapple him before he touches it?
You're blinded by the rocks.
Blinded by the rocks.
You're still just like trying to get the dirt, and you're turning around to see him, just going to touch the statue,
Oh, that does not look good.
and you touch it.
Explosion.
Your skin feels warm.
Oh boy. Explosion.
I'm glad I've trained you all very well. I'm glad you have a fear of everything exploding now. I am very happy about this.
You can see like the discoloration of my arms.
Your scars, your tattoos, your bruises, whatever they are, they start getting warmer and warmer, and then they start burning a little bit. And then there's a flash. In your mind, not out loud, no one sees this, not an explosion. You see your brother. And then it comes back.
Is that it?
That's it?
I just pull my hand away. I'm just like, what the fuck?
What happened?
You're right.
I don't know if we should be here. And I start backing away.
Well, that's a very bad sign.
As you begin to back away, the crumbled statues start to swirl. They start to form. And you see a couple of these like hodgepodge statues coming together. Like limbs aren't going where they're supposed to be, and faces are all together. And they surround the group right now. They're all have you in a circle.
Oh,
I'm
So we're
activating my shield.
You can
Floaty
activate
shield.
your floaty shield.
Floaty shield.
Give me one moment just to make sure.
Shield.
Here it is. Okay.
Arise!
I grabbed some stones.
Grabbing some rocks.
There's lots of rocks.
Perfect. I take a few.
Del's still flying.
Mm-hmm.
As per usual.
As these hodgepodge statues come together, you all get to hear a very familiar voice. Before it even has a chance to say anything, one of them that's like facing you, Ulazal, you see like, even though a lot of them are missing their facial features, you can see that familiar yellow glow to the eyes, and you see just a triton right through one of them as it comes through, as Cain tried to destroy one, and it shatters, and the stone goes everywhere as it comes through, and then all of a sudden it reforms again, and then Cain tries to stab it again, and then it starts to reform again, and Cain starts getting a little upset by this, and as he goes to hit it again, this time it reforms, and it gets a little like about a little higher than Cain, into the form of some sort of lizard god in front of him, and it just peers over, and you see Cain just stop dead in his tracks as he's seeing this. And from all the voices, all the statues at once, you start hearing one voice. Oroleth's voice. Yeesh. Getting sidetracked, are we? You know I'm watching all of you.
Reaching into the pouch.
What's that?
I'm reaching into my pouch.
Okay. You're all going the wrong direction. I've marked all of you. You're all so very interesting.
Pulling out the talisman of Coralon.
Okay.
And I don't know how this thing works.
Do you do that?
I like flash it at her, I guess. I'm giving it a try. My magic doesn't work. Maybe God will help me.
Is that canon? Did you say that?
Yeah, that's canon. You see, all the statues, you hear this eerie, just chill through all your spine's laughter going through all the statues. You don't even understand. We don't have to be enemies. There's a greater purpose in store for all of you. You just don't understand it. Not one bit. Coralin won't help you. Him and his false gods. Is that where you're headed? To the city of false gods? To get stronger? To what? Defeat me? You're all so amusing.
Thanks.
It won't be very amusing when we kill you dead.
And then what of our world? The real problem lies right in front of you. And none of you can even see it.
But you're in front of us. And we can see you.
Oh,
The entire crew. Seemingly unfazed. Orla doesn't seem to understand typical dialogue between humans. So you said standing... Not physically. Metaphorically speaking.
You should have clarified that.
Ulazar. This is the company you keep.
It's better than the other ones.
I'm doing this.
Debatable.
that's a good one.
Kane is utterly baffled by what is transpiring. Go to your city. Go have your fun. But you'll be here before you know it. Don't take too long, or I'll force your hand.
Oh, I plan on coming. But it might
That's
not
what
be
she
what
said.
you expect.
We'll have to see if you have little trinkets like that. She just knocks it out. Give me a dexterity check.
I put
One
it-
statue.
I put it back.
Oh, you put it back?
I put it back.
That didn't
Oh,
work.
man.
But good to know. I'll see you all so very soon. And all the statues start to unfold and go into their piles.
See you later. Bye.
Let's leave. Shield.
She's
Back on
lame.
the back. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was really creepy. I didn't like that. I was just trying to lighten the mood.
I'm already out of the building.
Yeah, he's gone. All right. You gone?
Yeah.
You all
Do I
gone?
get a sense that she was the one that was influencing me, or something else?
Oh, give me a wisdom check on that.
Does it still feel... Sorry.
You'll wait.
Natural 20.
He's insane.
The paths align.
When her presence appeared, it was nothing of what you felt.
Okay.
Are the rocks still falling?
Which means
Yes.
I do not want to be here anymore. So I'm gonna follow Uzul out.
Is there still like some sort of like presence or evidence of like what we feel is like evil or off? Like, is that still active
Yes.
in the area? Okay.
Yeah, you definitely still feel that. She sort of, it seems like, channeled it to see all you here, but there's something more than meets the eye here, and it's not rope transformers.
Okay.
I already saw that coming. It's not happening.
She literally already. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk out.
All right. As everybody walks out, I need everyone to go away but Flama.
Oh,
Plot twist.
what? Why me? I'm not the holy dude.
As the last one out.
Why me?
You should have been quicker.
Yeah, you're actually. I should just walk out.
All right, I'm mutant.
Yeah, everybody mute.
Yep.
Well, if I die, I'm sorry.
I'll remember you.
Yeah, I'll remember me too.
Lucky boy.
Lucky boy. Except not that lucky. Oh, Christ.
You also fucked up my script, but
Fucked up your script.
a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Well, that doesn't really bode well. Oh well, it's all right. I have a better. All right.
I'm just goofing around.
Yep. You're goofing around.
Yes.
Did help with the. Let me. You know what? I bet I could even change the music a little bit. Would be good for this.
Okay.
Let's see. This one might be better.
Oh boy, what do we got in store today? Oh boy.
Yeah, let's go with
What
something
kind of
like
nonsense
this.
is Flama getting into now?
Oh, what kind of nonsense?
This
we're doing?
man has gone through so much.
He sure
Like,
has.
he just.
Well, okay. With that jovial excitement, with that basically combating what evil
Yeah,
had scarred you, this was your like combat mechanism to it.
Yeah.
But there's still a bit of fear in you.
Of course,
Quite a
yeah.
bit that's put these seeds of doubt about your capabilities into your mind.
Yeah.
And as you begin to leave, the entire temple reforms up and closes.
Right, just the closes. It's sealed. I can't get out.
Yeah, like if the door
Okay.
shuts in front of you, all the thing comes back up, and the torches,
They go on.
they all go on
Oh,
inside
shit.
here.
Okay.
One of the statues starts coming together. 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet,
Drawing my sword for
6
sure.
feet, 7 feet, 8 feet,
Oh my
9
God.
feet, 10 feet,
It's still going.
11 feet, 12 feet tall. It builds. These wide wings,
shit.
horns, all the features start to return to this, what looks to be something unrecognizable to Flama.
Okay.
Massive and hulking.
As I
Standing
see it-
over you.
Yeah, as I see it start to reach its like really like form, I'm probably just gonna drop my sword at that point.
Yeah.
Just out of like, I can't do anything to this thing. Like you said, the doubt creeping in.
Yeah. You feel a mix of emotions, of anxiety, fear. The presence alone is changed again. This isn't
Yeah.
the initial from what you felt or Orleth. This is something different.
I'm gonna just fall to my knees and just look at it, speechless.
And the stones come fluid in motion as it looks down toward Flama. And you hear... I sent you fear. Fear is strength when used correctly. I can help give you strength to fight your fear. We have a common enemy. The flames start flickering around as he says that.
Who's your enemy?
Orleth,
Orlith?
the fiend that crossed these grounds moments ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like her much either.
it just nodding as your voice seems so tiny compared to the
just
guttural, booming echo of this massive stone creature in front of you.
I don't even know.
If she's no friend, do you have the strength to make a deal with the devil?
Oh God. That doesn't really sound good. What does that even mean? Who are you?
Guy's name. It changed a couple times. Where are you, buddy? He reaches down and grabs your whole body and picks you up, bringing you up to him.
Okay.
You can try and make a strength save to get out of that, or you can just...
I'm just gonna accept it.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about this situation.
He brings you up to his face, and it starts to get a little more illuminated. And from the stone, you actually start seeing like the red, like glow coming from underneath it, and you feel this heat emanating off it.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
They call me Irtu.
What?
Ear 2.
Air 2? Okay.
Yep. So ERRTU.
Okay. Air 2?
Yeah. Or E2 is kind of the way. It's Air 2. You need a pencil?
Actually, wait,
I have one.
What am I saying? I brought little drawing utensils.
Okay, cool.
How you spell that again?
ERR
T-U?
TU. Yeah, there's, yep.
So E2? Air 2? Whatever.
I am a god.
Of what?
God of darkness and vile.
Vile?
As he give me a charisma saving throw, by the way, because you're gonna be fucking terrified.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, just steal one of theirs.
Oh, jeez. 18... 20.
That doesn't save. Definitely not.
20 doesn't save?
Definitely not. Absolutely not.
It is a god.
Yeah.
Fair. That's nonsense.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, no, you had no chance at your level.
Whatever.
Yep.
I have more.
Or that's the title I was given.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about vile.
Neither do I.
Oh, so you don't like it either. Alright, I can work with this.
You are too cheery right now. This is
Yeah, no,
ridiculous.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Okay. It's fine.
No, play it exactly how your character would play this.
It's fairly accurate, but like starting to break.
Yeah. As like all the lights are starting, like you're getting complete tunnel vision now with this
I can
creature
only stare
that's
at this giant thing.
Yes, in front of you.
And it's like crushing me.
for Flama wouldn't know this, but for you and your immersion, you know what a Baler is? That's the thing Gandalf fought.
That. Oh, that.
Yeah, a Bullrog, but it's called a Baler in this, and those are bigger and firier.
Holy shit. Okay, it's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you're talking to.
That's what I'm talking to.
Yeah, you're not talking to like, oh, look at him, a Minotaur. Talking to a fucking Baler right
Okay,
now.
got it. That is
It's
way worse.
way worse. It's way worse right now.
Way worse. Okay.
Yeah. That's why you're not getting a good picture of it, because it's
Yeah,
statues.
okay,
but
no,
but
that
as the
helps.
longer you talk, the statue's getting more and more defined, and you're seeing it return to what it originally was. And as it's holding you, my champions have been destroyed. Someone keeps destroying each and every one of my chosen champions in the name of balance.
Balance. Like tier?
Tyr, Corlin, Timora. I'm not sure which. All confusing.
Do you have a problem with them? Because Timora and I are kind of... I met her, too, so...
I can smell her on you.
Is that bad?
I don't know.
Okay.
As he starts shifting around with you now, and you see like the wings are kind of encroaching around you with the light, and you see just the red and emanating. You feel the heat getting more and more around
I'm
you.
getting claustrophobic.
You definitely. As he's holding you and going around, you're quite inquisitive. Most just ask for power.
I'm a little wary about power. I've seen some things.
Then I'll tell you some things. Give me a charisma check.
Oh god. Okay.
Just straight charisma.
Yeah, but you also rolled that 20 before, so that's also impacting this.
8.
8? All right. I notice your scars. Given.
Show him.
No.
Like I said,
no.
I can't move. So
No, he noticed it when you came.
Okay.
As he's been watching this whole endeavor.
On my arms.
Yes. And the markings left by the fiend.
Yeah, that was Orlith's doing, I think.
Indeed, I can smell it as well. Marked with so many gods and goddesses already.
Yeah.
They've taken quite a liking to you.
For one reason or another, I don't know why. If I work with you, could I be able to detect gods and goddesses?
There's a whole world of possibilities.
I just don't want this kind of thing to happen again.
Neither do I. You asked if I had a problem with Timora.
Yeah,
Not her.
That's good. What about Tyr and Corlin? I know that some of my party are devout followers of those.
Are they now?
As far as I know, I'm not sure.
That may be helpful. Tell me, what do you know of Corlin?
Not much really. I just know that. What does Flama know?
All from Wilzal's crazy nonsense of Tyr. He knows more about Tyr, who's all about balance, and Corlin is just one of the 4 major gods. From what he would have seen in the fighting pits, people would be praying to him a lot because he's one of the 4 major gods.
Right.
With Corlin, he's justice. So that's the guy that seeks to enact justice on the world.
Okay.
So
And then Tyr's like an offshoot of that with balance.
balance, and
Okay.
Timora's luck, and there's also another one.
Right.
But you don't know that yet.
I know mention of
He
Corlin.
when you backtrack a little bit, when you talked about Corlin and he smelled that stuff, he went from holding you to opening it up, so now you're standing facing him, and it's all kind of like Hercules and Zeus
Yes,
right now type of
exactly,
deal
yeah.
going on, with all the lights just like the fires are almost arching over you now, where as his interest is peaked with you. Justice is what he serves, as you say.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Justice is so ambiguous.
It is. And I too have justice I'd like to see done in this world.
As do I. I'd like to see you commit these acts of justice.
What does that mean?
I will call on you for favors.
Do I have to hurt people?
You may have to hurt people.
Are they bad? If they're bad, that's fine.
You'll have to decide. But that is the cost of power.
Well, I guess, can I ask a few more questions?
I like you. You may.
Are most of your champions touched by gods and goddesses like me?
My champions are all dead.
Well, in the past, were they?
His wings sort of unfurl a little bit back and then come again. It's almost like a breathing of how they are surrounding you right now in this cocoon. The heat doesn't feel quite as off-putting anymore. It's starting to feel more familiar, and you don't sense as much, oh my god, this is going to kill me.
Yeah.
It's more like, whoa, hey, like that guy when you were hanging out with your friend and some of them are doing drugs and you're like, are we all cool? The guy takes out a gun. You're like, whoa! Just like, not load it. And you're like, oh, hey, okay.
Not too bad.
All right. It's like, but the bullets are around you and you're like, whoa! So it's like, it's kind of going back and forth. No, you are the first you were the first touched by gods and goddesses.
Well, that should make me fare a bit better, I suppose.
Agreed.
I guess it's just another person looking after me. I guess.
Can't hurt.
Why did they bestow a title of darkness and vile that just seems so distinctly evil? You know, I consider myself a pretty go with the flow kind of guy. You know, I'm not one for right or wrong per se. I just sort of act on my own accord. But I don't know about a truly evil thing.
We may get along just fine. You see, as he starts taking the rubble with his hand, one of the wings open up, and he has the statues come to life, and they form Coraline, Timora, Tyr, and another statue that you aren't familiar with. You're traveling to his city.
His city?
Corlin's.
Right.
Ask the high priests, or any of them, what they think of me, how I got my name, and that will answer your question.
Okay. Well.
And then you see him like close his fists, and they all crumble.
Okay. Well, I suppose you're not going to let me leave here without an answer anyway.
No,
I didn't think so.
I'm not very patient.
I can understand that. Your champions are dead. Okay. Well. One last question. Could you...
My patience grows thin.
I know. Could you... Well, I'm really tempted, and I really like... I really like a lot of what you're saying. I'm just feeling very cautious, and
I need you to
could you show me something.
Okay, well, finish your thought first.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Could you just show me any reason, anything that could prove why I would be able to help with this, and why you don't like Orlith so much?
You see he comes over, and you can actually see the long fingernails on one of his giant hands that dwarfs you in size. You see he so delicately grabs your arms, and your scarring starts. You feel the warmth go through them. They start glowing. All the scars start lighting up on you. You start feeling a rush of power coming through you. And as that's going through your skin, you're getting a little taste of what's being bestowed. I can sense that you can handle strength to take out Orleth. There's a greater problem brewing in our worlds. She is a fool who sits atop the mountain of my plane. We must remove her to save our worlds.
Like mine and yours?
All worlds. in your hands, in his hand, unlike the explosion at the temple, when you saw a light flash and then that you felt that was like a fiery explosion but quick, here, all around, like underneath you, a burst of purple and black flame comes up underneath you, and you see it.
Like, is it enveloping?
Oh, completely. You're not getting
shit.
burned. Like, you're not taking damage. It's covers you, and then it goes out, and it starts spinning around in his hand, and it's going around and around, and you see you have all these emotions feel, and even some of your fear starts to leave you. And at this point, you feel something, this divine connection being burned into your very soul.
Holy shit.
As the fires are turning and turning inside, and you feel a much closer connection to whatever this thing is, this god. The fires start to close in on you, and you come back, still looking like you. The tattoos glowing and surging with all those different colors as you described to me. I don't have it off the top of my head. So do you want to describe it for me?
Yes. So, it's all dependent on my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, they're just glowing with like this faint, the same color as the flames.
Yes.
Like the purple is black.
Yeah. So it's like that.
It's like the
It's
flames,
really purple. It's the
Yeah.
opposite of most. It's really purple, and the outline is black.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just that like it's like a whoa. It's like a whoa.
Yeah.
But like the Super Saiyan. Dragon Ball
Yes.
Z
Yes.
aura,
Definitely.
But like really tracing the outlines of the tattoos and like
All the scarring.
yeah, and all the scarring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would assume I had my wrappings on.
Yes.
Yeah. I had like black bandages and wrappings.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sort of like being propelled
Yeah.
off, but they're
They're floating
They're
there,
like
yeah,
floating sort
around.
of like mainly around my arms, but like a little bit around me more.
Yeah, and your eyes right now have that glow when
they
you're
do?
using it. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you use it, you actually get that purple
So I
and
got
black
the purple
glow.
in my eyes. Too.
Yeah,
That's
as it takes over
That's sick.
what you're feeling, and as you're kneeling at this point, he puts you down onto the ground as you've bent the knee, as it felt correct. It felt right. You hear him rise, Flama, champion of darkness and vile.
Still don't love that name. Saying that with no fear.
No, you say that, and he comes closer down to you. Neither do I.
I suppose we'll have to change it.
We will. And with that, the statue disappears. It doesn't crumble away. That one disappears, and then the whole thing falls apart. All right, I'm gonna go get everybody.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go get
All right.
everybody. Ugh, I'm glad my voice isn't gone.
That was cool.
Oh, good. Did you like that? I hope
I
it wasn't
loved
coming
it.
out
I loved
lame.
it.
Cool. Anyway,
I feel the betrayal coming.
as the rest of the group leaves, just before Flama can get out, you all hear marble or the stones like being laid on top of each other. You hear the like, and as you all turn, the entire temple builds itself back up. And as you were seeing the temple building itself back up, and then before the doors close, you just see Flama take off his sword, and you see some image starting to grow in front of him, and then it closes as Flama drops to his knees as that happens. What are you all doing during this?
I gotta go try to use the door.
All right, you sprint up to the door. Give me a strength check.
Is there a handle?
There is not a handle.
Oh, bummer.
Ooh, 3.
All right, you go up and you're like, gotta get it out, and that is stone. It's like moving a mountain.
Ooh.
You also see this energy. You can feel this energy emanating, and it's distinctly different from the other ones that you've already felt. And there seems to be a strange glow coming off it right now, and it's so strange that you can't even put your finger on what color it is. It's almost indescribable to you what you're trying to see right now.
That's weird, dude.
So wait, where's Flama right now?
Inside.
Inside?
The ruin has just closed around him,
Okay.
and he is inside. You can't hear anything that's going on in there. It seems like
right.
to be guarded with magic right now. You're all getting that feeling.
I'm gonna push Ari out of the way and try to open something.
Okay, go ahead, try.
I'll help him.
Something.
All right, go ahead, try.
Swallbird and the Barbarian.
What do I get?
Strength.
I mean,
I don't know, Ryan. You tell me,
what-
Buck.
I meant, what check is this?
Strength.
Strength.
Strength,
Silver's only
fif-
looking a little.
15.
Oh, look at that.
Well, Kane's gonna
Hey.
aid you guys too. So all three of you, Kane, Mosnell, and Swolbird, Dell. So Kane got a 14. You got
Ooh.
I'll help too. I got an 18.
18, 14. What'd you get, Ryan, again?
15.
15, and Dell?
15.
15. All of you are pushing, trying to get anything to move and budge from this ruin, but it's not budging at all.
Can I touch the door and try to dispel magic?
Yes, you can try.
I will do that.
All right.
Dispel magic at 3rd level.
Okay.
That dispels magic. If you, let's see. Choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. DC equals 10 plus spells level. So that would be 13.
Okay.
Yes.
So I got to make a check. I
Yep.
got to make a roll on you.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So as you go up to touch it, and you try to, it's dispel. What's the name?
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic. Wolzal comes up and mutters dispel the spell in his magical tongue. Perfect. As he goes, that's racist. Is that infernal? As everybody else is shoving into the door, he goes up to the side of it, says his counter. I keep wanting to call it counter spell.
Incantation.
His incantation, and just as you finish and you feel it's being dispelled, you see a black and purple fire blow you back. I need you to make dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
snap.
real good at those.
Everyone or
No,
just
no, just him.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it was
that's
really
actually
good.
really good. That's a 20.
20? All right, so you take 3 damage of fire.
Okay.
So that's I forgot what fire damage is called typically.
Fire.
It is fire
Fire
damage?
damage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, let me find out. It's fire.
Yeah, cool. Let me
I just gotta go over to my other character sheet.
Nice. What time is it? Okay, great. We got plenty of time. Fantastic. Oh.
I'm just gonna start flying around to see if I can see any
Are there?
openings.
Yeah. Are there any openings? I'm looking to
Give me
try and like
perspective
climb-
or perception checks.
Perspective check.
Check your perception at the door. Gimme.
16.
14.
All right. As you're both looking around, the architecture, you don't recognize this architecture. You've never seen any builders ever. And I mean, come on, Ari, you've seen quite a bit from where you've come from and where you've gone. And this is something that doesn't look of this world, how it was built. It's not, though, unbelievable, unimaginable. It's nothing like that. This is definitely a lost race of people. With that, there's no doors, there's no openings, the surface is beautifully made together. What was once a ruin is whole. There's no way in here. And even, it almost seems faceless on the outside, though. There's nothing really too well shown. No markings, nothing of this would be this temple or this ruin. It's just this stone structure.
I don't see any of those Deathly Hallows symbols.
No, you do not see any Deathly Hallow symbols, thankfully. No.
Is it perfectly flat?
Yes. Like, it's like level everywhere perfectly. It's smooth to the touch.
Okay, so there's no like ledges you could try to climb on.
That's what I was
There
looking
are on the
for.
top, so it's flat all the way around. There's a little bit of stairs and there's a little bit of an overhang, sort of like Greek architecture, where you could try and grab. But that's like all the way 10 feet up for you to try and grab the
I'd have to try and
the
scale
frills
the
that go
wall.
up. Yeah, so you got to go up like a
Do I
90
see
degree
anything
wall.
from above that?
On top, it's just the same flat above
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's like a well-made like child's project box where the kid has like no chance to put any detail into it. He's like, I made it flat, Mom. That's a reference. So that's all happening. So what's everybody else doing?
Well, I guess he's dead.
That's canon. Well, so as he's dusting off the charcoal from his face.
That is a stubborn.
No, he's not dead, and I'm gonna start hitting the wall with my axe.
And Kane's doing the same with the back of his Triton. He's hitting it as well.
I'm gonna try to find this list.
I'll cast Earth Power at first level just to try to break up the stone.
Okay. So you cast that, and you see the beneath it starts to rumble, and the ground starts to break up, but it still stays level. The thing is still standing exactly as it was, but it just seems like the ground is now all destroyed underneath it. Definitely
under it.
seems magical.
You can only pick ones that you would have seen.
Oh, I gotta change the music back.
Can't even hear it.
Yeah, I turned it down. That's one.
Is there a magic word? Is there a passphrase? Can I ascertain the magical nature of this structure?
What skill feat? What is that?
Arcana?
Give me an Arcana check. I didn't know if that was something inherently you know, because there's characters now that just fucking know things.
20!
Oh shit.
Like Lizzo.
Hate you.
He is a sage.
He is a sage. So you're doing an Arcana check.
Yeah.
After getting blasted in your face, you reach in your pocket and you look at the talisman of Corlin. Then you start to mutter a prayer to Tyr for some guidance. And then coming to your mind, information starts flowing to you. The stone seems to resonate and glow a little in your hand. And it almost seems like some sort of connection that you haven't felt ever as close to Tyr before comes to you. And then you see yourself inside your laboratory. And one of your readings and one of your researches start coming back to you. And all that knowledge starts flooding back into your head. I hate you. Good.
I hate you. That was a waste of 20.
This is the magic of a god. A dark god. Not a major god, but a god nonetheless.
One that he would know
Yes.
specifically.
Not by name, but as an opposition to Orleth.
Wait.
Wait.
Does it feels familiar?
Familiar. Yep.
Wait, so it's an evil presence.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so this is
You don't. I never wrote this to you,
okay.
so it's not anything that
Okay.
in that sense.
This is really weird.
And then Cell comes out. No, I'm kidding. No, it's done. No.
Well,
I'm just kind of like hands on this door.
I will
trying to, like,
relay all
feel
that
for
information to
anything.
my party members.
All right. So
You're familiar. You're familiar with this god?
I can't put my name on it, but I can't. Well, yeah, I can't put my thumb on it, but it feels familiar and it feels like the opposite of what.
give him a break. He got set on fire.
Yeah. I just try to be useful here.
No, but that's very important
Yeah.
because in there, I felt compelled to touch the statue, and when I touched it, I saw a vision related to when I was unconscious, and my scars burned. And that was black fire that struck you, which means I think this is related to what is affecting me.
Who knows?
Oh, I think you know.
Of course I do.
That's what I need. More curses. Great.
That was
Mazel.
This is on.
Mazel and Kane are still going against the door.
Hey guys, maybe you should.
I'm gonna stop and just start yelling at the wall.
No, but
Hey! Wall!
this is
Get
good.
my friend back!
This means my journey and your journey is connected in some way. This feels right to me, in a sense.
So Ulazal and Ari are talking. There's like these stairs. Kane has now joined Maz now and yelling at the wall. So that's in the background. In the foreground are these guys. You see Del's just kind of flying around. The newly added Druid just like, boy, these people are nuts.
I'm gonna turn into a spider
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
can wild shape, and I'm
Yep.
just gonna start crawling around and try to find if there's any holes that I can like get into.
Sure.
And go through the wall that way.
You trying your best. You're not finding much. It's also going to take you a little while because how big a spider are you?
Pretty small.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're just like in the bottom. So all this is happening. They're yelling and you're like down here. Slow. So it would be on camera. Slowly going up the side of the front wall.
It's fine. I got 3 hours.
Yep. You're good. You good.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay. So I think that accounts for just about everybody. You guys are still talking. You have anything more to say?
I mean, just kind of sizing it up. I don't know if anything we're gonna be able to do. Like, it might be something he has to deal with within.
Power within.
Within the temple, because I don't see any way of getting inside at this time. We've scouted around. There's no openings. It seems to be
As you say
magically
openings,
protected.
the whole thing starts crumbling again. Just
What the fuck?
Guys, there was a password the whole time. Oh, I feel stupid.
as it all crumbles back to exactly as you last saw it, as it gets to that point, it crumbles even farther, and the whole outer edge is finally gone. The whole floor seems to have pushed all the crumbles into corners, and there's still the one statue standing there overlooking, but you just see Flama on his knees right now, sword in front of him, staring down at his hands. In the center of like the whole building right now, it's basically been leveled at this point. There's one statue it's staring over behind him. That's the original faceless statue before.
Like when it was
What you
like the
touched,
decay-
what you
the-
touched.
The decayed version.
Yes.
I'm gonna run
We
over
should
like
be
my
careful.
rapier and dagger drawn,
Yep.
and just like get next to Flama and just kind of like, are you okay?
Careful, he might explode.
Good. So as you get over towards Flama,
Slowly
Flama
making
just,
my way with my shield.
Yep. Okay. So Ari actually runs past both Maznell and Kane, who are just like, magic word! as you go in there, feeling compelled because of everything you're feeling right now in there. And you have both your dagger and rapier out as you're
6 seconds.
trying to cover him right now. Are you now a spider still, or did you come back
No,
as
I
it
went
crumbled?
back.
Yeah, I figured as much.
When it crumbled.
When it crumbled.
Oh, crap.
She all crapped out. Del, did you fly down, or are you still flying above?
Yeah, I'll follow Ari, and I'll
Yep.
get my thorn whip ready.
Yep, so right next to him. It's like Avengers assembling. Super cool.
How's your HP?
Captain America, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm alright, guys. It's all good.
You want to explain what just happened?
I really don't even know myself, to be honest. That was
I say let's get out of here and we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
That was pretty wacky.
The feeling you all felt initially is still there. That's what drew you to this temple is still there.
And given the new information, I really don't want to be here at the moment.
Can we just get out of here? I don't really want to be in here either.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's go to my house.
I still want to hear about this.
I'll tell you what I know later when we're.
You're not
resting
gonna
for the
explode,
night.
are you?
I'm not gonna explode. I
Are you-
promise you I will not explode. Look. Ooh, look at me. Move my hands. Not exploding.
Do I trust him?
Give me an insight check and a dexterity saving throw. What?
That is a 16.
All right, give me the dex.
You weren't joking. That's a 10.
All right. You believe him. Fuck you, yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Love this game. This is a great game.
All right. Well,
All right.
we're leaving.
I throw an explosive. No, kidding.
So, you all leave, and that eerie feeling sticks with you for quite a while. Give me perception checks on everybody as you're all walking towards Delfina?
Yeah, Delfina.
Oh my god.
22.
20. Not you. Well, I guess you get one.
everybody. You said everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to ascertain what's up with you.
Well, I noticed myself.
You do.
Weirdo.
You sure do. You sure do.
I got an 8.
8. All right.
It was perception?
Yeah.
All right, I actually got a 23.
Holy fuck. All right.
Oh, 23 as well.
Oh, okay. You guys are lame. What about you, Del? Oh, God.
21.
21. All right. And go ahead.
17.
17.
Damn,
Okay.
everybody's just perceiving.
Sure, not me.
Okay.
Except for Ulazal.
Ulazal's the only one who's.
I'm shook, dude.
Yep. He's weary. Orleth visited you again.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
She was
sucks.
a bitch.
So you go down a little bit. That exchange was only like an hour, so there's still some dusk. You end up going to this quaint, little cute house that in the Bramblewood forest. Now the Bramble itself, you guys are already lost as she takes you in there. As soon as you get in there, it seems almost impossible that there's a path or any ways to go, but with ease she's able to this way, get you back on path. Every time Kane's about to go the wrong way, she just sort of tugs and he's like, or hits him with the spear in the back of the head. Okay, of course. And you see this quaint little halfling cottage. It's not very big because it's a druid halfling cottage, very reminiscent of Rudolph's place from your vision. You didn't actually go to his house in reality, did you? Or, no, you did. You did. You did. No, then it is like that one. I
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
remember.
where we went
Yeah.
after we were high.
Yes. And you notice an ogre and a donkey here. No, I'm kidding.
Waffles. Perception check.
Ooh, not good on the waffles. Not good on the waffles. Do you want to describe your home?
Yeah, so it's just this little cottage, and it's covered in moss because it's in the middle of the forest, and it just it's also stony, right? And so I'm gonna make this up as I go. So you go into my house, and on one side there's just this kitchen, and everything is tiny because
Yeah, it's 3 feet.
it's at my height, So good luck, Maznal. And then I have
Kane's
a
on all
little
fours.
living room, and some I don't know, a couch.
Yeah,
Do I have a couch?
You would furniture.
Sure.
You would have
Yeah.
been crafting out of wood and everything.
You got that
And
druid stuff.
I think
Yeah.
I have maybe one bedroom that I normally sleep in, and then I think there's 2 more upstairs that are mostly filled with just stuff. And so I am really hospitable. So I just rush around and try to put everything away so that there's as much space as there can be.
A bunch of your animals and creatures that inhabit in there. You're kind of pushing them out. A bunch of birds are flying out. You see a couple of these smaller wolves. Getting grumpy and going out back. There's a little opening in the top where they can hop out and then go jump down to even smaller houses you have for them in the back when they come and hang out. And there's more of those different animals down there. You see there's a deer, but they're all getting along. The wolf doesn't try to eat the deer. The wolf basically is like, move over, deer, and the deer's like, oh Jesus, as the wolf is climbing in there.
Yeah, and I think I have chickens.
Definitely have chickens.
Yeah, that's
lots
how
of
I,
chickens and gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I make them move so that the guests can stay, and good luck fitting in the house.
Yeah, it's a very difficult
Single
thing.
one of those animals.
What's that?
Mazel's gonna pet every single one of those animals.
All right. As Kane's on all fours inside the house trying to move around, he just slowly backs out, and he's now just following Maznell around as Maznell's petting, and then Kane tries to pet as well. Give me a handling check.
Animal hand.
Oh boy.
They get spooked.
Animal handling.
Yep.
All right, that's good.
What's the modifier for
And,
handling?
Wisdom.
Oh, I got it.
that's a 21.
Well, Kane got a 24.
Oh.
So,
Show off.
so as Maznell is the animals are like, oh, I like you. As Kane comes over, they clearly like Kane better, and Maznell's like, oh. And Kane's doing like.
He's gonna sadly pet the last animal and then just walk away.
Every one of them's like really happy to see you, but they get really excited when they see Kane, and they're doing like the dog thing where they're trying to go all around, and every time you're on the next one, you're like looking back and.
Most disappointing high roll of your life.
I was like, man, I had a great roll.
As you walk away, though, Mosnell, Kane, you can tell he's distressed, and he's been waiting for a moment to try and talk with you. What is everybody else doing as Kane's going to approach you and talk?
I'm gonna be inside the house, and I'm gonna kind of position myself so I'm at a window, so I can kind of keep a watch while also being in the conversation.
So you're going to be up top where you can oversee the two. They're outside after petting all the animals out there. You break something, don't break anything.
Yep.
So you right where the wolves jumped out, you're now like leaning up there as like an overlook where the moss is coming into the top bedroom right now. That's also covered in all sorts of like dirt and grass and stuff. Like the bed clear, like she wiped off the dirt, but there's clearly like there's been dirt on here for like weeks. Animals sleep here. Del, what are you doing?
Del's gonna find a nice tree.
Yeah. Oh, there's lots of them. There's tons of trees here. This feels like a home away from home. Good old druids. They know where it's at. So Del's up in a perch, so Erie's like on the top of the hole of that house right there, and then you have Del on another branch, just like to the left of. So you're looking at the house here. He's up toward the left over here. That's looking down to the two characters talking, Kane and Mosnell, with all the animals and all the stuff in the back, the garden and the little houses, and the bramble wood is everywhere around you guys.
Wherever Flama sits, I will sit directly across from him. Stare at him.
All right, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm just gonna find somewhere comfy to sit and try to just like relax.
I'll say that you all sort of, the last three of you, for the sake of conversation, everyone being involved, you have in the back a place that's kind of like a lounge area outside, because outside is the best.
She has a foyer.
100%.
So her foyer is outside, and it's sort of like a comfortable camp feel. And the where you sit isn't made out of wood, it's made out of all these vines, and it's so comfortable to actually sit on, because it has support for some. Normally you wouldn't feel support from lame vines, but druid vines, where they can actually craft these things, really are able to comfort you guys into these it seems like nature grew this way on purpose.
What time is it right now? Like, dusk?
It's just by the time you walk there, it was pitch black, so you turn on all the lights, and there's now a fire going in between in the middle of the forest, and you can see a little creepy, but a lot of eyes on the outskirts, but all friendly animals to
That's weird.
to Delfina. But like, if you would all be really worried, there's a lot of shit watching you right now, but everything seems very amicable.
Amicable.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm leaving it at that. Okay.
While this is all going on, I'm gonna
Yep.
start like making food for everyone.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Thank
like
you.
running around,
get
getting all the
acorns.
vegetables,
Vegetables.
all my, like,
You're making
things from the garden,
Beautiful.
whipping up eggs out of
yes, beautiful.
getting it ready, and
Oh.
super hospitable.
what was her
Like
name again?
super hospitable.
What's her
Belfina.
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 Melfina?
Bell.
No.
Bell.
Bell,
Okay, Bell,
yeah.
like a bell. Got it.
Belfina, Stonebridge.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Here,
appreciate
have
the
some
hospitality. This is awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I love eggs.
Food. Good. I have chickens.
So you kind of like make a stew, I'm envisioning, with everything you're getting together. You make this incredible stew, and every time they take one scoop, you fill the scoop in for what they left. You keep going up.
This is too much. Thank you.
Like you have one up top, Erie, and every time, like you don't know how she keeps managing like to get your like in there, but you actually notice there's like a vine behind you with a cup of soup that keeps like pouring the soup, and then it'll go down to grab more every time you're doing it. Del, you're obviously offered the soup. Does Del partake?
No, he'll cast Goodberry and eat some Goodberry.
Wow.
It's just sitting there. And you just Del as per usual. Being Del.
Luke and these antisocial characters. Like a bard next campaign.
Shelter's
No, Shalmir's dope, alright? He's pretty dope.
Once we've gotten kind of settled, I'm gonna kind of call out to Mosnell and Kane, just kind of like, hey, let's come be part of the conversation.
All right, so they sort of bring you back over to the campfire, and everyone's there. You're like a story above them, by the way. Like, you understand that, right, Ari? You're at the roof.
Yeah.
But it's not too tall because it's a halfling house, so it's really not that bad.
The whole point is I want to be keeping watch, but like I also want to be part of this conversation.
Right. Okay, so how is what do you guys want to talk about? Actually, I'll do Kane first. Kane is looking to you, Mosnell, and you can see the distress on his face, and you see he's trying to communicate with you. He's perceptions. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Man.
Perception. Ooh. Total of 20.
Okay. As these gestures come out, and he's trying, like he's doing stuff like this to you, and you're trying to get it up. He's able to convey that he's worried about you all. What transpired in front of him definitely spooked him. It spooked him back at the other place. It seems like he needs to go somewhere, but he needs to help you guys. He's trying to help you, and he wants to help you in some way, and he keeps putting your axe in your hand. You're kind of putting it to your side, putting your axe in your hand, and putting it back to your side. And then
I don't need this right now.
yeah, and then finally you keep it up, and then he puts the Triton up and puts some weight on it, and it sort of clicks with you that Kane's trying to get you to train with him.
Oh man, I'm missing out on this.
No, you're all watching this.
Yes.
Well, no.
So this is you all. Now I need everyone else to make a perception check as well with advantage, as this is happening literally feet from you.
It would have been great if I'd learned if I had lizard folk as my
23.
language.
Oh, if you did that shit to me. Oh, this is the only thing I got is this language barrier.
Missed opportunities.
14, okay.
It was
21.
21, yeah, you had 20, okay.
23 is what I have.
26.
All of you ascertained that minus, who had the lowest one?
I had 14.
That's fine.
13.
13. Then you guys are you're able to get it from everybody else talking about it. Like, Kane's trying to help us, I think. And that's something Kane wants to do in the morning. As soon as you guys wake up, he wants to try and help you all. You're able to get that out of his gestures and his enthusiasm.
I am all for that.
All right.
Alright,
I
sounds
agree.
Okay.
I'm gonna suggest. I'm gonna like bow to Kane, like.
Yeah. Cool. Kane's giving the thumbs up. He gets thumbs ups, man. He's got a cool culture, let me tell you.
That's a word for it.
All right. Are you guys talking about anything before you go to bed?
What happened in the temple?
Yeah, we need to regroup for a moment.
You can see Del, like, as the conversation sways a little bit, his feet kind of a little closer on the branch. The branch leans a little more down so he can hear a little better, even though he can hear, like, the devils in different dimensions with his passive perception.
Whispering.
Yeah. All right.
So, as I was about to leave, just like when Orlith was contacting us, the statues they assembled into this massive hulking thing.
You can choose. I'll let you roll to see if what Flama would describe he would recognize.
Okay.
He is the only one.
Okay.
So Flama describes this beast, this thing, this creature, and you have to.
This giant,
Yeah.
massive. It had to be at least 10 feet tall. A winged creature, and I knew I was powerless to do anything against it. So I
hold that thought. Make your roll.
I'm looking at my sage things,
Okay.
and I would like, because I think
I would like to rage.
if they're
Sage rage.
when I attempt to
That
learn,
is evil.
when I attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if
Yeah.
I don't know that information, I know where and from whom I can obtain it.
Okay.
So yeah, I know things.
Okay, so you go ahead and make the roll to see if you can know what it is.
What kind of roll?
It would be Arcana. Arcana.
It's not good. It's 12.
12. So then, because of your feat, you know you'll be able to figure out what he's describing. It's familiar, but the Temple of Corlin can tell you what it is.
And I knew I was powerless to do anything about it. So I just stood there and knelt there. Actually, ever since the raid on the castle, Grarl, when we encountered those fiends, and I was stuck there. I couldn't do anything. And I know I'm usually pretty happy-go-lucky, fairly cheerful, but I have been feeling very afraid and scared of where our journey's been heading, especially with Orlith. Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. With everything that's been going on, and I have been feeling so powerless. And this creature was just speaking to me about how there's so many things at play, and how Orlith is just so bad. There's so many bad things that she's doing, and that it offered to help me. It wanted me to help it, and it wanted to help me. So
How could you have helped it?
I have no idea as of right now. I suppose I will find out later, but for now, I suppose I have this contract of sorts with this being. It certainly filled me with a sense of power, and as I say that, I'll just say, like, I feel like I can much better combat those of things of magical nature. I've had no knowledge of those things for the entirety of my life until meeting you guys, and now I feel that I know of these things much better. Do you have anything magical or anything of that nature on you, by chance, Elizal?
You all got magical shit galore after the cave.
My staff is magical.
Okay. And I will cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay.
And
Glows.
as I cast Detect Magic,
Mm-hmm.
You all will notice my eyes. There will be a faint bluish glow around them, like emanating from them, as I'm looking at your staff.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I look towards I don't know, like anything in the room that's not magical, they won't be glowing.
Which is pretty hard to do, because you just keep looking. Everyone's got glowing shit, magical shit.
I'm just gonna,
Everybody.
I'm just gonna look at like the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, look at I don't know, something.
You're outside.
The fire.
Yep.
I'll look at the fire, and then it won't be.
Demon comes out. Gotcha. It's just sorry, I can't help myself.
And that's the extent of my knowledge.
So it gave you prowess in regard to combating magic,
Yeah.
and I imagine it seems you have your own magic as well now.
I'm not sure how it all works. I mean, I just recently came into contact with this thing. I'm not really sure.
4 hours ago.
Yeah, it's been 4 hours. I really don't know.
Did you have a choice in terms of this contract?
It didn't really feel like I did. But
Okay.
it didn't feel like it was inherently bad. I mean, it definitely, I definitely sensed some sort of dark intent, but I wouldn't say it was per se evil.
Can I ask you a question? What were its eyes?
its eyes that you can clearly remember I'm just trying to get
Do you wanna-
the design. No, the design is intricate. They're both red and green, but they have like diamonds in the middle of them. And the way the diamond works is like the red and greens, almost like a bullseye effect that go on and off. And that was changing as it was going on.
Okay.
But that only came through later on through the stone.
What he just said, I will relate
Yeah.
it to you.
Ulazal is like writing every description that you write. It's like, man, I know this.
So they were more, what was it? Yellow, green, and what?
Green and red.
Red.
Red and green.
Yes.
Not like black and purple with a dark cloak.
No, none of that.
I'm concerned.
Ulazal, relay what you mentioned to me outside of the temple.
When I touched the temple and tried to dispel the magic to get in, well, first of all, it shot me in the face with fire.
Black fire.
Did it shoot anyone else in the face with fire? Or
It was just
you?
me. I was the only one.
Only him, because he tried to magically influence the temple.
But when I touched it, it felt familiar, and not necessarily in a good way. It felt like something that was in direct opposition to Tyr and to Corlin. I felt extremely close to them, but I also recognized that whatever that is, whatever was generating that power, was in opposition to who I stand for. So I'm concerned that you've been forced into a contract with something that's beyond the scope of our power and our understanding currently.
And not only that, but when we were in the temple initially, I tried to walk away and was compelled to touch the statue. And when I did, my scars burned, and I saw a vision of my family from my vision while I was unconscious. And I want you to understand, I don't go unconscious via magics. So for something to influence me and make me fall asleep from magic is beyond any sort of normal magic.
I get that, and like I said, I don't feel like I really had much of a choice in this matter.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
And you know, when we entered that area, there was a presence different than that of the one that I felt when I was entering this contract. So I don't know what's related to what, but
It felt different than the
It did.
temple's magic.
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, it did.
Interesting.
And I know that
Delfina.
I know that Delfina mentioned that this temple makes adventurers go mad and die of starvation. I have no idea how any of this is related. So
Well,
who knows?
that almost makes me wonder if the temple was originally to this deity you spoke to, but the entity or deity that me and Ulazal are more familiar with has corrupted it.
That's possible.
And that's the presence we felt and was affecting us from the outside.
That's certainly possible. Like I said, I'm really not sure of
Would
anything.
Ulazal know if that was the case or not?
That's tough to tell. That stuff's tough to tell.
Yeah, that's all.
There is one guy that would be of great use that is in Waterdeep. Look at that shit-eating grin, you motherfucker! Look how red he is. I hate that piece of shit. He would be irreplaceable in this
Ulyrus
conversation.
make a history roll?
Oh, Ulyrus is traveling right now.
She's fighting a mind flayer 2 months from now.
We're in a sewer. Yeah, he'd be traveling at this point.
Yeah, he's traveling right now. You're on a boat. The other one. All right. Okay.
Is there anything else you guys want to know? That's my regular.
Well,
Just to set the scene, setting too, like the fire is cast. Like Flama's like this, talking on his knees over the fire. Ulazal's been writing with his book. You're just getting the shadows as they crackle past and the fire, crackling. It sends this very somber tone to the night.
Flama,
Yeah.
I'm just glad you got out of there alive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Otis, you have magic powers.
That's yeah.
We'll deal with the rest of that shit later.
Surprisingly, Ari chuckles a little bit at that.
Right now, we're golden.
Yeah, and I think Kane wants to help us out too. So things aren't all awful.
Yes.
I think we need to keep an eye on this contract that you've been thrust into.
Trust me, I'm well aware of that.
But I still think our objective remains the same. We make it to Corlin and we try to figure out who this additional entity is.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get more information once we get closer to Skoberheim.
Just to be sure, your intentions haven't changed, correct?
What do you mean?
Give me 1 second. I think I have a thing.
Ultimately, Ulazal, I want to be able to help you in your quest to take down what's her face?
Orlith.
Don't have it prepared. You're lucky.
And,
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, it sucks to be you,
and,
bitch.
That's okay.
you know,
I can prepare new spells every day.
Yeah, I know.
For myself personally, I want to take down the ivory tusks. None of that has changed. So
Yeah.
as long as you're still willing to allow me to travel with you, then that would be grand.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else before we go to sleep?
Is he
Yes.
being entirely?
I don't know anyone's names.
That literally gets shouted out as everybody has all these serious discussions. I love this group. This group is totally Primus and the other group is totally Ultimus. This is the best shit ever. These guys are all, and the other ones were like, whoa, wacky kids! So Delfina. I got it right. I just don't believe it. Yes, shouts that out as all you guys are like, oh shit, we're rude.
Oh.
And thank you again for your hospitality.
I come
Yes,
in and
thank
feed you,
you.
and I don't even know your names.
This character's great.
My name is Ari.
I am Ulazal.
I am Mosnell. Thank you for the food. It was delicious.
It was.
This, I'll gesture towards Kane. This is our good friend Kane. He doesn't really speak common.
He's not looking at anybody right now, or besides Dell up in the tree, just kind of like trying to see if he could jump up and hit Dell for fun. But he's like, nah.
And that's Birdman. I still don't think I know his name. Actually,
I feel like Mosnell said it enough, but
Yeah.
I believe
he's
Erie.
better on me, but
Everybody
I've
is
never heard it
unconscious.
from Dell.
Right.
So I don't believe it.
But I also think you choose not to believe it. Like, this is like,
I also just choose to call him Bird.
yeah, this is very much Jaqualdin rubbing off on you. Like, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Tell
I'm glad I
hears
know
him
your
say
names.
Birdman, and he just gives him a little nod.
So, Delfina,
That's correct.
what are you going to do?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll go with you. Maybe I'll just stay here. I need to sleep on it.
Okay.
One moment. We're over, but well, I have to get through a couple things though before we get other Emily here.
I have a question for you.
Who?
Me?
Yes. You.
Delfina.
Belfina, yes. Are you a fan of glorious adventure?
Maybe.
3 feet, 6'8".
6'8".
He's put his foot up and he's coming, talking right down to you. It's glorious.
We would be an excellent group to go around with. We go on a lot of pretty awesome adventures. Very dangerous, but even more awesome.
That sounds super creepy from a group of strangers.
Also, rationale in her mind that she went to the temple, couldn't figure out what was going on, definitely seems to be involved with these people. They might be able to fix what's going on with your forest.
Okay.
Just, that's a potential motivation.
Okay, I guess I'll come.
Oh, you can still sleep on it. You don't have.
Wow. Just
Don't let your DM just
Look at that.
steamroll you.
Might as
Jesus.
well talk me into it.
All right, I'll live with it.
Guys, I'm such a good convincerer.
Yeah, you are.
Kane sees your excitement. He puts his hands up like this, and you both go clap hands.
Del cast water breathing on her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So you all. Oh yeah.
Every day we have water breathing.
Yeah. Well,
What does it matter?
all right. Well, anyway, that's interesting. I don't think I'm gonna do the thing that what our glorious Lord and Savior Matt Mercer does. I don't think I'm too interested in doing that at the moment. Where when that gets cast, air becomes heavier and you can feel the weight of it. I think for right now, if you're gonna cast it like that, you don't really feel that type. It feels different, but it doesn't feel like you're chewing on air or something.
And
like
grow
that.
gills.
Yeah. No gills. None of that.
Also, we'd probably get used to it after.
True.
Doing
True.
it day after day.
True.
Yeah.
That's right. And you've done it for 7 days straight. All right.
Why
Yeah.
are we doing this
All right.
every day?
Does everybody go to bed?
Yep.
Because we're going to water, you
pillows
must
and
be here.
blankets.
Yes.
One question.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry.
Can I ask to have everyone leave the room besides Hunter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Or just like, yeah. Get out. Everybody go away.
I won't be long.
Yeah.
I want to play the game.
Too bad. Cool things are happening. So after everybody goes to sleep, Flama wakes up. Well, they're probably both on watch, we'll say.
Yeah, we're on watch.
And they come over and have a conversation together. This will be like less than 5 minutes.
All right.
All right.
There's no break tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so I wasn't being in 100% forthright because I don't like the way Ulazal is interrogating me.
Understandable.
Right. So when it comes to that contract, I wasn't really forced per se. I feel like I may have had it. Like it was definitely very heavily influential, but I did have a choice. I was asked to be a champion of this deity. His name is Urtu.
You would not know what it is, but if you Google it, you're
I
gonna ruin
want
some
to write
shit.
it. No, I want to write it down. What was
Okay.
it?
And
Urtu.
Urtu?
ERRTU.
and when it comes to, can I Google it or is that gonna fuck me up?
Don't Google it.
Don't.
Don't Google
Okay.
it. Though I've changed it, but if you Google it, you're gonna be like, "What the holy shit?"
Okay.
So
when it comes to that, you were asking about purple and black and purple, right?
Yeah.
Flames. When I entered this contract, I was engulfed in swirling black and purple flames.
Mhm.
And I'm only sharing this with you because I feel that we are connected now with whatever is afflicting you.
Well,
And I will undo my wrappings
Yep.
on my arms, and I will show
well,
him.
you actually don't even have to do them.
I don't have to
When
do
you
it?
when you flex your magic, when you go to
Okay.
use it, the wrappings like come off
Yeah.
and float
I'll do
around,
that. I'll
and
do
they
that.
glow. The
do
purple
that.
glow.
Yeah. So you can see on my forearms specifically there's heavy tattooing, very similar to yours, that travels up my arm. And
Different from his.
Different from his. Okay.
Yes,
whatever.
because yours
There's-
is very much the burn marks mixed
Okay.
with the tattoos.
Yeah. Okay. Burn marks mixed with tattoos, and you can see that they are glowing a like a purple with like a blackish outline.
And it's like
It's a-
moving,
yeah,
kind of like a
it's-
Call of Duty camo, moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and does that remind me of what I witnessed in my vision?
It's the color and tones are wrong. They're not the same.
okay.
They're
Okay.
slightly
That's what I-
off.
That's what I suspected.
It's familiar though. Like it all seems something's up here now. You found a connection. You feel,
Yeah.
but
I still
it's not the connection.
I still feel that my inference is consistent. I don't think who presented itself to you, this Urtu, is the same deity I dealt with.
Well,
The reason I asked about the eyes was because the deity I dealt with was very much dark purple but very black robes,
okay.
and then eyes that were almost very triangular, and they were black and purple.
Okay. So different.
And it's not quite the same tone as your markings. They're different.
Okay.
But there definitely was a connection with the temple, at least.
At the
So-
very least. And
Yeah.
I am entrusting you with this information. I don't want the others to know about all of this in its entirety just yet. I want to find more answers, and I think that you're the kind of person that can also maybe help me. I know you have connections in other cities and areas.
Well, thank you,
You're welcome.
and I have no issue keeping this a secret. I have many of my own secrets.
I understand that. I don't wish for anything in return other than your silence. Oh, and the part that really creeped me out, man, was that he said his title was of the
You can share that?
never mind.
No, share it. I don't want to derail you. No, you're sharing it. Do it.
Okay. He said he was the god of darkness and vile. I don't like the vile part. I really don't. But I mean, he said we could at least change the title, maybe. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe him.
The thing that was curious when I was talking to Ulazal outside of it while this was occurring with you is he sensed that, at least from the temple, he sensed a deity of evil, but who was directly opposing Orleth.
Yeah, he mentioned that a lot.
Which confuses me because Orleth is not a friendly entity.
I will say this. He said that Orlith was a fool, and that what she was doing was putting the world of the gods and our world at risk. So he was directly opposed to that.
Well, I think at least
Yeah,
in that respect we have similar goals.
exactly. And so I don't know about the intricacies of the relations between the gods, but as far as him and Timora go, he said that wasn't an issue, and as far as him and Corlin go, I have no idea. But I do hope to find out.
Well, I believe we'll be able to find more answers in Corland at the temple.
Yes.
Down in.
I asked.
Skoberheim.
I
In
asked.
Skoberheim.
I asked that you help me with your inquiry as discreetly as possible, if that were not obvious enough.
Well, I am only searching for my answers. My answers just so happen to be your answers.
Fair enough. Thank you for that.
Your secret is safe.
Thank you.
As he goes to return to his post, everyone's basically asleep, but I need you to make a perception check, Ari.
Ooh. 23.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So just before he goes to leave, from what you felt earlier and what you experienced on the ground, those purple black flames erupt again in that same fashion, and they go out in the circle. And in front of you, you see it's basically in stone, comes in front of you, and in that same like purple colors on your arms, it starts glowing as letters are being carved into it in front of you, and it says contract, and as the words come to light, and as it seems like it's being carved as it's going, and it's just floating there after the fires dissipate it. It says clearly in common, or well, like actually, it would say it in Elfish because that's one of your native tongues. So you
Yeah,
can
that would be
recognize
my
it too.
native tongue.
Yep, both of you. And the contract says, "Kill Oraleth," and then it crumbles.
Did you just see that?
Yeah, I saw it. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Well, I think the path is pretty clear.
Interesting.
I feel as though I have no choice. I think my soul is bound to this decision.
Well, me, you, and Ulazal, we're all on an interestingly woven path.
All right,
3 peas in a pod.
everybody, get down there! Get down here! Hey, Hart! Get down here! Get them all down here! Come on down! Come on down! Everybody, get here!
You're welcome, Hunter.
Send in a thing in the Discord. Get him in here. Get him in here. Yeah, look at you. Hunter got a nice peek.
He did.
Yep, go for it. Where are the other ones?
The other one.
Come on.
The other one.
Come in.
Come on.
Come on. Ryan. I need Ryan.
Ryan!
Ryan Saba.
Ryan.
Ryan, son!
Good.
Ryan, you there?
Are we switching characters?
In a moment. We actually got like 10 more minutes of this. Sorry, it's a bit. As you fall asleep, you have a vision. You're back inside that meadow where you originally met that spiritual wolf.
Oh.
He again returns your gaze, and as you make eye contact, the entire land gets scorched. You see all the dirt, or all the grass and the beautiful tranquility just explode outward. Dirt, and it seems like it turns to ash everywhere. As it pushes out, you see all these trees, all the leaves gone on fire up north. You see, as you're standing, turning around, looking at this display of destruction, as you are spinning in your circle, when you get back around, you see there's people there and things you didn't notice initially. And you see falling to one knee, holding a sword with a moon floating inside it, a drow woman with blood coming out of her. And you see 5 clothed figures all standing there with swords drawn. Each one of them has a marking. It has this serpentine on it, that Ouroboros on their blades. As she looks up toward them, you see her try to raise her sword, and an arrow comes out from one of them into her arm. She drops her sword. You see her give us a smirk and a smile as another one's come up to her side, raises the great sword, and beheads her. As it beheads her, the vision cuts, and you wake in the morn. You're covered in sweat.
I take out my axe.
Mm-hmm. Kane,
Is anyone else up?
no, it's just you. Everyone's sleeping pretty well at this point. You're the first to rise. The ones that kept watch have went to bed just recently to get a little rest.
Can you repeat them?
The other ones just kind of went to rest a little bit. Both Flama and Eerie.
Okay.
There's too many names now, all starting with E's and shit. All right, anyway. Yeah. So you're the first up right now. It's probably like 4:50 in the morning.
4:50.
Yeah. So it's still dark out. You could go back to sleep, or you could start your day.
I'm gonna go in the woods. Go for a walk. Maybe. Let's see if I can like hunt some breakfast.
All right. Give me a survival check.
A brave man. What are you doing in my swamp?
You meet an ogre making waffles.
Dies too fast.
15.
All right. you're able to get some smaller game. You find some varmints out there. Not so much foxes. It escapes me right now. Some of the lesser animals you would take. Yeah, some raccoons. What's that? Coyotes. Yeah, perfect. You hunt some coyotes. You're able to get them up for breakfast. You skin them, and you get it up for just about everybody else who's waking up in the morning. And everybody has a wonderful breakfast waiting for them with you. Everyone's awake. Everyone's stirring about. I need everyone to make
Charisma saving.
2 rolls. Actually, no, not yet. Who's deciding to train with Kane?
Me.
Ooh.
I am.
One?
I am.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Where's Luke?
I don't know. There's a cat. Maybe the cat.
There's a
can
cat
play.
there.
Yep.
I saw that moving earlier, and I was like, "What is that?"
It's
It's a cat. Surprise!
Shit. Where's Luke's number?
Luke.
Look.
Keep messaging him.
That quickie life.
Look.
I don't trust you.
Why?
You signed a pact with Satan.
Okay.
I don't trust him.
Alright.
Do whatever you want.
Zone of
Whatever.
truth permanently active.
Fine.
Damn it, we need Luke. And we need Emily. Other Emily should come too at this point. Don't waste your rolls yet. Maybe waste your rolls.
Holds 2 natural 20s. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, Emily. Come on, Emily. Come on, Luke. Shit, what are they doing? Well, fuck it. We'll see how it goes with him. I can keep moving. All right, so everybody wants to train with Kane. I need everybody to make 2 D20 straight rolls.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Hey.
I'm gonna use my lucky feet on that bad boy.
Okay, yeah. Give me a moment. I gotta get these straight. All right, your first one was a 20.
Wait, did we get a long rest?
Yeah, everybody gets a long rest.
Oh, yeah! Ooh, 15?
My first one was a 13.
Okay, what's your second one?
A 17.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't done my second one.
Maz.
A
I don't know for sure,
16
but I think
Yep.
that
and
that
a
tagged me.
19.
I
Nice.
think so.
All right,
I'm pretty
Erie.
sure my phone vibrated.
My
So
first
be
was a
careful.
10.
Okay, and next.
3.
Oh, brutal. Your life sucks.
15
Yep.
and 11.
Okay.
My second one was an 11.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Dell would be the last one. Okay. Okay. Where's my notes here, real quick?
More, help!
More, please.
Fuck! I didn't see this going this way. God damn it! I never planned for this shit.
Your boy's about to get swole.
Okay, so let's see. So Ari, over the wait, okay, you're back.
Hey,
Bird?
he's back.
Hey, so just quick check. Did you want to train with Kane or not?
He'll like watch everyone train and like mimic movements, maybe.
You got to tell me, does like he eventually join in? Because this is now going to take the rest of the journey to Skoberheim, the training.
Like, does he
with Kane.
want to actively participate in training with him?
Yes. No. Okay, good to know.
Training with King.
Okay. So Flama, or Ares first. So as the days go on, everyone gets time with Kane over the next 50 days.
Sheesh.
It takes you 50 days to travel all the way down to Skoberheim. At Minna, at the gates of Minna, though, when you're at the border of Minna and Whitland, you definitely have strong feelings. As you can see, the border patrol of the Ivory Tusks,
Sheesh.
making sure nobody gets in who isn't supposed to. Whitland's a little more lax, so you guys easily get through there. And on your way down, you notice it gets more swampy, it gets warmer, and as the seasons start to change, though, it goes from that like last bit of summer warmth, it starts getting colder and colder the closer you get, and the elevation starts changing as well as you're getting closer to Skoberheim. Ari, trying your best to keep up with Kane, the language barrier really held you back in your training with him. But thankfully, you did roll a 10. So you get a +1 in any category of your choosing.
Whoa!
In terms of what? In skills or in like abilities?
Ability score
That's
increases.
sick.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
All right.
That's
And it should be lore friendly in the sense of what you guys were working on. It'd probably be strength, would be my guess. You would get a +1 in your strength because you're a pretty fragile individual. And he was trying to make your constitution and get you stronger for the forces of your future.
I mean, if I put it in strength, I wouldn't really get anything from it.
If it's
But-
at an 8, it would still be at a -1 modifier.
Yeah, because I'm an 8.
Yeah.
But if I do it in Constitution with my amulet, I go up to a 20. So I become hardy.
That's good.
Amulet. And which way?
I
I just want to make sure
have
it makes
the
sense.
I have the amulet of health, which
Yeah.
gives me +4 to my Constitution.
Yeah.
Or no. I have a Constitution score of 19 while I'm wearing it.
Gotcha.
So if I take that extra thing,
Does make him hardier.
Yeah, okay. I can live with it. Okay, fine. Let's keep moving. So the next would be Flama.
That's me.
Once again, the language barrier is a bit of an issue, but not as much for you. You're able to work with a lot of the sword movements of him, and he trains you very much in agility and speed.
Nice.
With your scores, you can add +1 to separate, 2 +1s to separate columns, ability scores.
Okay.
So you can choose whatever you want in that sense. You can also do it to like modify. If you want the 2, you can take it to a modifier and just write it down for now. And we'll work on giving you stuff that I can edit, override it with.
I just had 2 to Dex.
You can add 1 to Dex. So if we're going to do major abilities, you can add 1 to Dex, or you have +1/+1s to distribute among the bonuses, the modifiers, whatever they are. Your list of like add this to whatever roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the skill bonuses.
Yes. I don't have it in front of me right now. That's
so
the
I'm
only
not
reason.
gonna- I'm not
It's
gonna
like a
fuck with
bonus
that much.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ju-
That's cool, but I'll just take a +1 to
Dex.
Dex and
Just Dex. If you take the +1 to the main ones,
Oh,
so
it's
Strength,
just-
Dex,
it's just
Constitution, Intuition, Wisdom, and Charisma, it's only 1. But if you do it to the skills, you have +1 to distribute. So you could have like Acrobatics +1 and then Animal Handling +1.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
okay.
That's the way this is working.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Okay, I get you now.
Just so you
I'm gonna
know,
take- Sorry.
I was just gonna say I put mine in Dex because if I put it in Constitution, it doesn't matter because my amulet just makes me 19.
Makes it 19.
Yeah.
automatically.
Brutal.
So it would be wasted.
Sure.
So I put it in my Dex.
All right.
Okay.
You can do that.
I
As
will
effective
take
as AC.
a +1 to.
Write it down because I'll probably give you an item. It's going to be something from Lizard Man.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Presents
take a
from
+1
Senpai.
to
Yep.
stealth and a +1 to perception.
Okay. Next up is Delfina. So you get training with this lizard over these days. You have a very fun relationship with them, very playful, and it's sort of adorable how these two end up getting along because you have all these like nature spells, and Kane is fascinated by it all and doesn't really understand it all too much. But he's familiar with magic and certain aspects of your druid abilities, but some stuff he's completely like, whoa, I can't even believe it. You get, because you rolled, oh no, you didn't get the DC on that. Okay, so you get the same thing Flama did. So you either get 2 to, you can add a +1 and a +1 to any of your skill modifiers, or you can get a +1 to any of your ability scores.
Okay. Maybe here.
Do players handbook on?
Yeah, I do.
I would think that, since that would be the thing you gain
I just
most
want to
from.
check something real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to? If you go over there, it's in a stack
It
of
would make me
books.
what?
It'd make it a +4 modifier.
Which one? This one?
Okay, you guys can decide that. We'll move on to the next one. Mosnell, you train the most with Kane. You go on and on as Lizal sort of feels distance from Flama at this point, so he really shadows you guys a lot during your training, and you do a lot of combat training. You do a lot of, you bond with Kane, something that's hard to describe. Strength training, agility, you're in nature hunting. You form a bond with Kane over these 50 days, something special. You two really make a connection, and you feel like, you know, despite you forget there's a language barrier, you're able to communicate so well through gestures and hand motions by the end of it. You almost sort of develop your own mashed up language, and he learns bits and pieces of what your language is as well, which isn't hard because you talk to giants, and giants can be morons. So you really are able to get them in there. Because of your roles, by the time you get to Skoberheim, you go up 2 levels.
Whoa.
What?
Ulazal, you have a very special moment with Kane. With Kane, one of the knights, his tattoos all over his body, as you examine them, you learn through touch, through you gain visions of his people, his God, the trial in which he went through to get these, and that power surges through you. That God does contact you. You go up 3 levels.
Holy!
3?
Yes, he does. He rolled natural 20. He's the guy I didn't want to get a fucking natural 20. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Marone.
And you approach the gates of Skoberheim. At Skoberheim, you see this incredible castle. There's now snow starting to cover it's frostings everywhere. There seems to be a customs area for you guys to pass through. The walls are larger than anything you've ever seen, even from the places you come from, the kingdoms you've seen. These are multiple stories high. They are literally monuments to the gods, because each wall connects to these giant circular towers, and on top of them stands a different god. And there is over 25 gods surrounding this place, and one even bigger statue of Corlin holding the balanced scales and his sword up to the skies, towering over the entirety of the city. The scale is of nothing you have ever seen. It is truly one of the most impenetrable fortresses in all the world. And you also see other winged creatures flying above this place, seemingly guarding it at this time. Del, do you want to make a perception check?
Yes, I do.
As
Of course.
this,
That's my favorite check.
yeah, as the team slowly approaches the gates of Skoberheim, and people are you see their weapons being checked in, and them going through the process, and you're all sort of measuring this up into your next grand adventure. Del,
23.
you notice these creatures to be Valkyries. And that's where we'll end tonight's game. Now, to Waterdeep!
Hold on, I gotta pick new spells.
I
Yeah,
need levels. Maybe if I flip my black coin, I'll gain levels.
you should try it
That's what
sometime.
happens.
See what happens.
Every single time you flip it, you gain a level.
Or everyone dies.
Who knows?
Or everyone dies.
You have to guess first.
No, only Ulazal
Oh.
dies.
Okay. So, give me your initiatives.
20.
All right, 20 to 25.
22.
20.
Sheesh.
Okay, so for Hannah.
Look at that.
So-
We're rolling
sheesh.
good tonight.
Sheesh.
My lord.
Okay. 19 to 15.
16.
Okay. 16
Nice.
would be
Very
lower.
nice.
Smashing.
All right.
Well, I gotta get
So
a character.
14 to 10.
Right.
14.
I believe mine is 10.
Yours is 10?
Mine's 12.
12. 12. Yeah,
Nine.
10. 9.
It's supposed to
Perfect.
be better than that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So that's Shal, Yavanna, And
Yavanna.
not Flama. Who are you?
Tellius.
Thank you.
It's your boy.
What's yours, you little punk?
2.
Oh, no! Tyrion's he's getting caught up in the waters in the sewer. All right, I gotta re-roll their initiatives. So give me this.
Tellius casts haste. No.
Who is this one?
That one's
I wish.
That's not.
Yavanna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that'll have to get
That's
bumped
not
up.
Tullius, right?
No.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
inside.
Yavanna,
Tullius has
she's
got the
she's
cool
the-
mini.
yeah, she's dope.
I'll have a
Nice.
cool mini.
Gotta order a mini too. Or
Wait, is that her mini?
no,
Oh, okay.
that's Nisa from Magic the Gathering.
I mean, it's still
Okay.
a cool ass movie.
I know.
It
I
looks
was like,
similar.
wow, that's awesome.
Relatively close, right?
Yeah, it is relatively close. I'm trying to. What's his name? What is his? I got it.
Mind Flayer.
Thank you. They sure are concerned with him. I can't imagine why.
Because it looks like a Cthulhu monster.
It's literally a Cthulhu monster.
All right.
Hope you're ready to get your brains eaten.
Let me turn the thing back
Davy
over
Jones.
here. Okay, so you guys can see our beautiful Dwarven Forge fighting arena.
It is beautiful. Thank you.
I'm gonna move it over a little bit though, so you have a better look at it. There we
You
go.
guys want to see what Shelmer looks like? I just finished the drawing and I uploaded it.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
dope! I can't wait to see that.
nice.
All right.
I haven't
Wow.
colored it yet, but
Wait, what?
Where?
Cool.
Wow.
Okay, as an intro recap, so Yavanna knows what's going on. The Waterdeep crew investigated around, and they were trying to find their buddy Floon. They stayed overnight with Tyrion's house and got to know each other a little more, and
Just
they
the
really
house, not
hit it
Tyrion.
out. What?
Just the house, not Tyrion.
Yeah, he was there. Don't worry about it. You guys investigated shops, Yavanna in particular, when they went into the, oh my god, the old blob shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goblob, thank you. Zablob shop. He has all these trinkets, and boy, oh boy, did he like to smoke. But undetected, she was able to knock over every single knickknack in the entirety of the store, and he only noticed once she left that everything was now knocked over, just for funs and giggles. The group ended up going down deep into the sewers after something strange happened to Orhana, quite an escapade. And your investigations led you beneath Waterdeep into the sewer systems. And the entire time, Yavanna was drawing on the walls of the sewer systems, but geniusly having a way to backtrack to know where they're going, because it's like a maze down here. So you encountered a gazer, and you destroyed the crap out of that as Charnook just headbutted it. And
prefer to
That's
face
why
my
he's a
problems
Minotaur.
head on.
Yep. So we're gonna get to that. So as Yavanna went to the left, as you finally got into the stronghold of one of the hideouts, she took out a few nobodies hanging out there that's supposed to be on watch. Easily took them down with her stones, but enraged by the cowardice of these individuals hiding behind walls,
Angry. Not raging yet.
Not yet. He, the gigantic Armstrong-looking individual, my God, he was a gorgeous man turned into a minotaur in front of all your faces. He went on a rampage destroying all sorts of infrastructure and individuals, and stumbled his way into the interrogation room where Floon is being held. And wouldn't you know it, as everyone is catching up to him in the scene, turning the corner, they see an orc on the ground, Floon tied to a chair inside the Minotaur's hands, a mind flayer holding a bunch of brains in his hands, and all these people bursting out of their doors, all in Xanathar gear, going, "What's going on?" And that is where we're starting combat today. First is Orhana. Charnook, you're on deck. What
Alright.
would you like to do? As I gotta get one more stat block out.
So I want to chuck my fancy dagger, but I don't really want to move. I think I'm gonna try to stay where I am. I'm pretty sure this guy here is right at the edge of my throwing. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I call it 20 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's
Does
my
that
range.
reach?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, cool. I'm going to roll to hit.
All right, go ahead. I gotta get one thing up. I have everybody else's stat block. I'm missing
The plus
one.
9, right? Yeah, so I rolled an 18.
That hits.
Perfect. And let's see.
Oh god, I'm not gonna look in that monster manual. I'll go get my own. I think it's over there.
Okay, so that does 7 damage to that guy.
Nice. For Hana. I will actually tell what
You get 2 attacks per action.
Do I really?
Yeah.
So I can do it again?
You can't
Well-
throw your dagger again, but you can do another attack.
Oh, but did you add your bonus damage to it? To that attack as well?
I think so.
Okay. Because that's
That's a pretty intense dagger.
It's intense to say the least.
Yeah.
So turning the corner and seeing all this massive like chaos unfolding, Orhana just takes a quick peek and you see one person. What's going? She's like. you see this black and green dagger. It sort of almost like glows a little bit with like pulsating. Go. And you see just right stabs the person in the back like and they drop their bow at their side as she's coming out there, and she takes 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay, and that will put. I can't do math. Yes, I can. Read. You can do. There it is. Okay. Are you looking? Are you looking at the health? Don't look at the health.
I'm not looking.
Don't look at the healthy little bitch. I have to move the shit over here now since Zach is a dirty.
I'm sorry,
screen,
I wasn't trying
screen
to.
watcher.
He's modified.
Oh my
Disgust
gosh,
me.
those were the days.
Yeah. So
Let's see, and I actually get 2 attacks per turn now, I think.
Fighters,
Right?
yes.
Okay.
go for it.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm actually going to turn and might as well take a shot at the mind flare
Go for it.
with my bow.
Go for it.
Are
I
you gonna
think it's 50 feet,
Are you
so
gonna
I'm pretty
sauce it?
sure I'm in range.
Are you gonna sauce
You are. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was thinking about it.
Sauce him.
Okay.
5, 10,
sauce.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Throws
45,
tomato
50.
sauce on the plate.
Actually, over there. 5, 10,
Shrivels up.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. That's how squares work. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Where's my man?
You could probably hit more than one if you use...
Probably hit Tellius.
So I. What? I think I'm gonna use a shadow arrow because why not?
Ooh. There we
Yeah.
go. All
Well,
right.
I would use a piercing, but I don't want to hit you on accident. So, just to
You could like hit 4 of them with a piercing arrow.
no, I don't want to do that. I'm
Okay.
going for the mind
Oh,
flare.
that's what it's called.
Next
Jesus, thank God.
Next turn.
I could not
Yeah.
find this.
Okay, rolling a hit.
All right, roll the hit.
All right. I actually think that's a 20. Let me double check myself.
Oh, that hits if it's 20.
Actually, it's a 21. So
That hits?
That definitely hits.
God damn.
And 1d8 plus 2.
Fighters are awesome, dude.
All right, so that's a 5 points of damage to the mind flare.
Holy piss.
How much?
Plus the psychic damage, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Haha, look at that. An extra 2d6 of psychic
Whoa.
damage, too. Okay, so that is an extra.
6 psychic damage.
And what was it before? It was.
It was, I don't know. Justin, you remember what the primary damage was?
It was like 4.
Okay. So that's like 10 points of damage to the mind flare. And then it also. Let's see. Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be unable to see anything further than 5 feet away until the start of my next turn.
That's baller.
That's
never actually hit anything
amazing
with it.
against
That's
him.
actually so good.
That's a 2.
Let's get it!
So,
You just negated his spells.
wow.
He can't see anything.
Let's get it!
Awesome.
This is going so well.
Does anybody have a penny on them? I have one over there. I don't have my damn chips to show states.
Nah, bro. This
I have a bunch of chips over here.
You're not funny, Zach.
This isn't ARP, bruv.
Alright.
This is Dungeons and Dungeons.
Dungeons and
Just
Dungeons.
to mark 'em. So
Dungeons and
he is
Dungeons.
currently
Blind.
blinded within 5 feet, you said?
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible news. Terrible news for me. Alright.
Not for us, because we're awesome.
So there you go. That's what's going on with him right now.
Oh man.
Holy
When I
damn,
get to
you were
18th
on.
level, it increases to 4d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta level up.
Do you have any
Does-
bonus sections?
Question:
Oof.
Is
let me
this
check.
is this the actual blinded condition?
Yeah.
Is it?
So the blinded condition, fun fact, automatically fails any ability check requiring sight.
Actually, that's a lie. It says, or be unable to see anything further than 5 feet away. It doesn't say blinded.
Okay, that's
Doesn't say
important.
Yeah, it is, because then you'd have advantage against him, too.
Yeah.
I guess because then we would just. Oh.
Ugh. Okay.
I don't think I have a bonus action, so I think I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
The arrow, as you throw the knife, turn your arrow, and under your breath, cast the shadow arrow, shoots off, and you see the mind flayer as he has these intellectual devours in his hand. He's like, go, my little ones. And you see him like, the shadows go away, and you see him like, he's not happy, Captain. So
Why does he
that
have jowls?
you're on deck. It is now mind flayer's turn.
What?
The jowls are the tentacles.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That was a sweet first turn.
Nice job.
Way to go. Take that,
Tullius is doing
Mind
this.
Flayer.
Oh shoot, he has magic resistance, so he has advantage on the. Fuck it, I'll keep going. You guys got fucked out.
Okay.
Have fun with that. I know that. Yeah, okay. I should have known. that. I should have looked at that.
Tullius is doing this, by the way.
Yep. So as he's looking at him, dancing side to side.
I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Ready
The
for
resemblance is
action.
uncanny.
We're like twins.
I'll say you hear him. Terrible idea. Terrible. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and go through the door and disappear.
Oh, he's gone.
Wuss.
Fight
me, you coward!
He pieced straight out of there.
Okay. And as he pieces out, you hear this going on in the background. Okay.
He
So
got
it
on
is
a
Charnuk's
motorcycle.
turn. It is Charnuk's turn. Ulyrus, you're on deck.
All right.
Okay, so what do we got going on here for enemies?
Right now, you have an orc on the ground that you gored and threw in the ceiling. He's not dead yet. Okay. You have, she's damaged right now, a little goblin, and you have basically 2 assassins. You have a Kenku assassin, or rogues rather, and a just normal human rogue, and those are intellectual devourers. I couldn't find their little minis in time. So there you go. That's what's going on
The
right
brains.
now. Yep, the brains. Yep, that's them intellectual devourers.
So that's 4 total in here then?
You have 2 of those, 2 intellectual devourers, and 5 human fighters, creatures,
Oh, okay.
enemies.
I am going to set down Floon. And then I am going to use my bonus action to rage.
Now, you hear a minotaur just yell. A guttural Matt Mercer as a minotaur.
You notice
Straight out of
that
his maw.
as,
Oh, I love you, Matt.
as he begins his rage, there's a brief flare of the gray patches in his fur flare up with white light, and ancestral spirits, just bull spirits, start floating around in the area around him. I'm going to move to attack the biggest thing, which is the orc right now.
Well, he's on the ground, so,
So I have advantage on melee
you
attacks.
sure do.
I'm going to hit him with my maul.
Okay, go ahead and hit him with the maul.
Jeez.
That is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right.
Rip over.
So that's 14 bludgeoning damage. And he has disadvantage on any attacks that are not against me.
Oh.
And if he hits anyone that is an attack not on me, they have resistance to the damage.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, splat! Oh, shit! Oh my god, you did so much damage to him already. Oh,
All right, and that's 1 attack, and I have another.
okay.
Is anyone within striking range?
Well, he was right by you because you gored him, and then you
Okay.
picked up Floon there. So you have within striking range.
What would I see next?
Well, he's up now. That's Floon. You have these people all staring at you, a little bit in shock because they just saw their boss get head splattered. They're okay though. Nothing. You can't you'd have to move if you want to hit anybody.
Okay.
They're all within 5, 10, 15 feet.
I have
of you.
40 feet, so we're good.
Oh Jesus.
I'm
You
gonna
let
move
this
up to
happen.
this guy.
Yep. Hey, I don't need to do that.
I'm gonna hit him with my maul.
Yeah. Oh, I hate you. You're clever. I couldn't get an attack of opportunity in on you. All right, go ahead.
That is 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that is. Yeah. I'd say so.
That is 13 points of damage.
All right. Your maul comes in, boom! You see him as he gets his swords up to try and stop it, and you just hear you can hear stuff cracking as he tries to block it, but he's able to shove your thing back, and he spins the two blades in his hand, and he's like,
Yes, fight me! Fight me, you coward!
Wow.
all right, that's
I
fantastic.
liked Charnock before, but I really like the new Charnock.
Okay.
He's so vicious.
Also,
Yeah.
disadvantage on attacks that aren't against me.
Okay. Jesus.
He's so
And I'm raging,
vicious.
so.
Okay. We have now Elyrus. Your turn.
All right.
And
what
Tellius,
is-
you're on deck.
Nice.
What is the closest person to me?
You are just behind the wall, so you're back here right now. So the
Yeah.
closest person would be the archer with a blade in her back right now.
Okay.
That would definitely be the closest.
I'd like to use as a bonus action
Sure.
insightful fighting.
Okay.
That's where I use what was it? An insight check against that one's deception.
For what? They're not really deceiving anybody right now.
It's just
No, so insight.
I gotcha. So I roll my deception.
Yeah,
against you.
insightful
Yeah.
fighting. You deceive, and if I succeed, I can use sneak attack against it for 1 minute.
Watch out,
What?
there's-
For how much? What?
It says if you succeed, you can sneak attack against that target even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if you have disadvantage on it for 1 minute
holy shit.
Okay. Well.
until you use this feature.
Okay.
against
What'd you
the-
roll? What'd you roll? Fine. What'd you roll?
For insight,
Yeah.
24.
She rolled a 3. She rolled a 3. So you got it. You got it.
And I'm gonna go up.
What is that?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna say let's get this over with. I'm gonna come around the corner and go in for a stab with my dagger into that archer.
Are you sprinting around, or are you trying to be stealthy as you do this?
Stealthy.
Okay, so I see you still crouched, so Elyrus is like, better go. And he's just he's crouching, going really quick, and he sees the other dagger, and he literally grabs the back of the other dagger, yeah, as he puts another shot in there. Okay, go and roll to hit.
All right. Yeah. All right.
You gave this back to me. I don't want
That
this back.
nice.
No
That
confusing that.
is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. What am I fighting against right now?
how to play the game.
Jesus. Oh my god.
those were
I
just-
can't
those were-
wait till you fight Orleth. Oh,
Those were just good rolls.
yeah.
I got lucky. All right.
No, I can only imagine if you
this-
guys don't roll well in that fight, how fucking I planned all this for months. It's just gonna be like, oh, that didn't go very well at all, did it? And everyone's like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Everyone just dies.
No, I'd be hype.
Anyway.
So that is
Harbinger of divine justice.
13 points of damage.
All right, 13 points of damage to her. All right.
Sneak attack.
With
see?
sneak attack?
With sneak attack? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a dagger though.
Oh yeah, it is that.
Oh wait. Yeah, just sneak attack. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As it goes in, you take both blades out, and you feel a weight as you take both blades out, but you're still okay. In front of you, blood is gushing, and it seems like you hit a lung, and you can see you're
God.
she's not doing very well. Okay, it is
Oops,
now.
sorry about that.
It is now the intellectual devourer's turn. So they have.
I was on day.
Let's see.
Blimey.
Oh Jesus, they're monsters. Okay, so we're gonna have two things going on here. So the Devourers, at the command of their master, one goes toward Charnook, and one hops over here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and goes right toward, you know, 20, I got more feet. It's gonna go toward the bigger people.
We're so large.
Yeah, it's gonna hit him. Okay, cool. So for the Minotaur, I need you. Oh boy.
Oh man. He's about
What
to
do you
say,
do?
Release.
Just flex your everything.
Oh Jesus.
The enemy disintegrates.
All right. The Intellectual Devourer on Chinook is activating Body Thief. The Intellectual Devourer is in the intelligence contest with Charnook right now.
I'm fine.
That's never good.
So I think you roll an intelligence check.
Ooh, that's not good, Bob. That's a 4.
Oh no!
He got a 9. So,
Oh no!
oh shit. It teleports into your skull.
What?
And it eats your brain.
What?
It takes control of your body.
What?
What?
Oh no!
Wow.
What?
Oh wow.
Abort mission! Abort!
Holy shit.
Gee.
Am I the only one that saw the brain?
Do you guys have any clerics?
No.
No.
Oh fuck.
Partially.
Partially. A bit, but not really.
We have 2 paladins.
Yeah.
Does anybody have detect good and evil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Paladin?
Okay, just all right. Charnook is now taken over by an intellectual devourer.
Oh man.
Your brain's gone.
My brain is gone.
Yeah, he ate
Joke's
your
on
brain.
him, I never had one to begin with.
You lose control of your body, and wow. You see a vision that we'll talk about later.
Okay.
You're oof.
I'm
Okay.
tripping.
You're tripping.
Guys, I'm tripping.
Okay, so the other one,
Oh boy.
you give me a
Me?
intelligence saving throw.
Me?
Yeah, intelligence saving throws a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yours wasn't. Yours was just a check.
that's what Grog had to do when he
So whopping
died.
6.
Oh no. So you take. Oh, I don't even have those.
Oh.
You take 11 psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh, and you. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh my god, you guys did not know what the. Good. This is gonna fucking fix your wagons.
I didn't have a wagon.
3d6. Okay. Oh boy.
30 second or 11?
Yeah, 11 psychic damage, and then what is your intelligence score?
12.
6, 9, 10. Oh, it rolled an 11.
I hate
If you no, it rolled an 11. If it rolled a 12 or higher, your intelligence would have went to 0.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, like, if I go to 1, I just...
Yeah.
Just cathartic
Woof.
veggie state.
Okay, so you survived.
Such
So you
pain.
feel as the thing gets toward you, you're like, it's a brain. What the hell is that? And you just feel this pressure on your skull building and building, and it feels like it's almost gonna splat your brain, but it doesn't. At the last moment, you're able to come back to, and you do take the psychic damage, the 11 points of it, but you almost were seeing things there. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up the
Holy shit.
Brain's turn. So now it is Telia's turn.
Holy shite. Guys, we have to kill the brain things first. That fucking hurt. As a bonus action, I'm going to take out my stone of sick beats.
Okay.
And
Yep.
say Maestro and use a bardic inspiration on who's after me right now.
Who's after you in the order?
Shalmir, Yavanna.
Shalmir,
Tyrion.
Yavanna, and Tyrion.
In that order?
Yep. I'm a nice DM.
I will use my bardic inspiration on Shamir.
All right. Is this the right one? No, that's the wrong one. I gotta get back to my playlist.
So that's an extra d6
How do I
that
put
you
it
can
here?
use for 10 minutes
Here we go.
on
Fight.
an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
All right.
What
And you
the
can
hell,
also-
Reed?
You can also add it after seeing the roll.
Yeah. That's
This
just
is
like
what's
one
coming
piece
out of the
that.
stone, by the way.
Yeah, that's coming out of the stone. I played this.
Imagine hardcore. Well, I'll turn up for a second for just.
Are you feeling inspired?
So there's hardcore metal music now playing inside our fight from the stone.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
All right. Immersion. Where was our? Okay, cool. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, that was my bonus action.
Cool.
Where's the mind flayer?
He left, so you can chase after him.
He left.
Yep.
Like he's out of the room.
Yep, he's in this room now. You can chase after him if you want, but he'll get an attack of opportunity against you.
Let me stand up real quick.
Yep,
That's the brain.
that's the brain. That's the intellectual devourer. No, it's right next to you.
The mind
and engage
flayer
with
ran
you.
away. Those are
Mind
intellectual
flayer ran away.
Intellectual devourers.
Yeah,
Which, I probably should have thought about.
yeah.
Right.
You were in a rage. You were excited.
I was excited.
You could have been jamming out to this killer music right now if you weren't brain dead.
It's fine.
Alright.
Shalmir, you're on deck. Then Yavanna.
Ooh.
I'm going to cast.
Gonna stab it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it with a scimitar.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's 24 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
It's awesome.
It's a brain.
Ooh, good.
Max damage. That's 29.
That's a 9. 9.
9.
Okay. Stop looking over here, Zach.
I'm sorry.
That's
I see movement.
All right. So as you go, it goes right through the middle of the brain and comes out. And you see, comes back together. But you can, there's you hear something in your head like a groan.
Right, that's it. Not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. No, well, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right, Shalmir, it's your turn.
First of all, as a paladin, would I have inherent knowledge of these things being either good or evil?
I would say based on how one just jumped inside Charnook's brain and he's now acting very different, that doesn't seem too good. And how it
So I
just
did notice that.
yeah, it's especially 4 feet in front of you. You just had another one blast Tellius with psychic something. They don't
Can
look
I make
friendly.
it to Charnook?
What?
Can I make it to Charnook?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet. Can you make that?
I believe it's 30.
And you would get an attack of opportunity would happen depending on how you run. Potentially 2 people would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah, my speed is 30, unfortunately.
All right.
It's okay.
So I can't make it there.
I just don't want to kill you guys.
Yeah, but if he dashes, then he can't use an action to do so.
Yeah, I can't use
Yeah.
action.
What do you
Okay. Well, what is? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll just run up to the thing that Tullius is fighting.
Yep.
And I'll hit it with my hammer.
Okay, go for it. Roll a hit.
That is, I believe, a 17.
That hits. Roll damage.
It's actually a 15.
It still hits.
Okay. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. You give it like a golf, basically, and as you come in, you're just like, get that out of here, almost like a hockey, nice little and you try and put it against the wall, and it just smashes into it. It almost stops you as you're going through, poof, whoa, it's got quite a grip to it. But the whole side is just oozing brain juices now. It doesn't look good at all. It's definitely hurting.
And I'll run up towards that archer, just stand next to him, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then I will cast Sanctuary on Charnook
Okay. Well, on Charnook, how far away is that? And
30 feet.
it also will get an attack of opportunity on you if you do that.
That's fine.
Okay. So let me just roll that then.
He's got armor.
Oh, that's right. He has a stupid armor class.
Yeah.
Oh no. 19.
Misses.
Ah, you're the worst.
Holy shit!
I hate you.
You let this happen.
Thick boy.
For now. I'll break you all.
Oh no! You almost did, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's spell going
Honestly.
currently, so
Okay, so yes, so as it swipes by, you see like it's like and like behind the wall across the room, all this gravel breaks and falls to the ground as you try to get by him. So now you're next to the archer who's bleeding out basically in her lungs. Yeah, okay.
and then I just use Sanctuary on Charnook.
Is that vision? If you just have to see him?
Yeah.
And what does it do?
Let's see. You ward a creature against an attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay.
Does not protect the creature from area of effect.
Okay, so you just buffed the bad guy.
Charnook.
Yeah,
So
he's possessed. Cool.
is every action the Mind Flare is forcing me to take?
No, the intellectual devourer. Mind Flayer's not involved in this.
Okay. Is every action that is forcing me to take considered an action or an attack against me?
No, you're dead.
Okay.
No, like you're actually dead.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see that coming.
I was just looking it up. You are actually killed.
Good.
Well,
Good.
that was short-lived.
Well, that's okay.
We'll see how this goes. This is going to develop in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. All right. Anywho, okay.
He was a good Minotaur.
Not how I saw this going.
God damn it, Reed.
I didn't know. Anyway, it is Yavanna's turn. If you're done, Jalmir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how many malicious people are there around me? I'm having difficulty.
You can move her up now. At this point, during those 6 seconds, I'm not even going to count that against her distance.
Oh, no.
Whoa, no?
The intellectual devourer within 5 feet
Yeah.
targets a creature
Yeah.
that is incapacitated or has died within the last minute
Oh! Thank
to use body thief.
Thanks,
All
bud.
right. We rewind that back. We'll just take 11 points a second damage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you're failed throw.
That would have been very strong because that
Yeah,
would have been
you're
very
right.
strong
Yeah.
if it just
Oh, and
killed
I was
thinking
you
about that, I was like,
instantly.
Yeah,
wow,
that's a
that's
bit
a
too
lot.
much. Good.
I was like, whoa. Okay.
And also,
Literally dead.
good catch.
In
And then,
3.5, they could just kill you instantly like that.
Yeah,
but
I've
not
seen-
in 5e.
I've seen their picture in like thumbnails of deadliest monsters in
So,
D&D, and
I
I'm
need-
like, oh boy.
I need. What's your intelligence?
It's 8.
Oh Jesus, because I can still do the 0 thing. So 2, 4, 6. You lucky bastard. So you avoid 0 intelligence again, just like
Cool.
So did I.
Yep. Okay.
Flama who?
Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair.
What's not?
Oh, he was this guy
It's okay.
from this other.
I'm a god. All right, I don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
So Yavanna, fantastic. I'm so happy that happened that way. Fantastic. Okay. Woo. I was about to, I already was concocting a whole quest to get it back. Like I already had all these backup plans. I'm like, this is too early. Too early. Okay.
Ryan's having trouble.
Yeah, he sure is. So Yavanna, what are you feeling? What do you want to do with all these bad guys?
You're here.
Can she see that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
She's still behind the wall? Or
No, she's out in front now because during these 6 seconds that are going every turn, she's now right there.
So,
Ryan says you're in that crap, so
I'll just attack the closest one to me.
he's working on it.
Can I cast Moonbeam? Moonbeam!
Moonbeam!
That's a good spell.
What a great Pokemon! Let's go! Thank you so
Second
much, Hunter,
one.
for double checking that. I was.
Thanst, pal.
I was like, wow, we just lost.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, who are you casting on?
closest.
Yeah, she said the closest one, so that would be the intellectual devourer.
Right.
That's been messing things up, okay? And what is that?
It needs to make a con save of 15.
Okay. That is 7. So no, it fails.
Nice.
That fails. So do 2d10 of damage to it.
2d10. Woo!
That's a spicy meatball.
Doesn't that stay too?
14.
So how many points of damage do you do?
14.
14 points of damage. Woo! Yavanna, as she turns the corner, she whispers into her staff, and as the crystal on top glows, she then points it toward the intellectual devourer. And you see this from the ground. Most of you haven't played Gears of War, but you know the Hammer of Dawn.
Oh my god.
So all of a sudden, it just you see this little beam happening, and all this light is coming together. And then boosh, it comes down, and just you see the mind flayer or intellectual devourer disappear, and it's dead. Woo! Nice job. Okay. Anything else you want to do? Does she have any bonus actions or movement that she wants to do?
It was just a cantrip that we have. You only have cantrip bonus action unless you're trying to heal somebody.
Can I heal somebody?
You can.
Nope.
Excuse me. Yeah, Tullius is literally almost on top of you. Literally almost.
You could also heal them if you want.
Figuratively.
Can I do healing word? First level healing word.
Yeah. Because she cast a cantrip, I'm pretty sure she can still cast a spell on this turn.
You know what? She can't.
No, she can't because there's 2 spells. But I definitely saw something recently in Critical Role where they did 2 spells in one turn.
I'm pretty sure if you cast.
That allows you to cast.
Oh, is it a
as
feat?
bonus action.
I know this came up. I was reading this recently.
It's either like a feat or a character class thing.
Might have been the
but
Christmas thing. Might have been the Christmas special.
But at baseline, if you don't have something specific, a cantrip is 1 action.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, no bonus actions then?
She has bonus action cantrips actually, so.
Oh, so
She
we
does,
can reverse
okay.
it then.
So
Yeah.
So that was the bonus action to destroy it. So now she has a regular action where she can cast what she wants to do.
Other way around.
Well, Moonbeam would have been the action,
Okay.
and then she has bonus action cantrip.
Okay, and what's the cantrip she could use as a bonus action?
Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Yeah, I think that.
It like transforms your staff or whatever you have into like a
Magical one.
more druidic one, I guess. It just
Oh, magical.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do that.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
it makes it so that you use wisdom instead of strength for your attack roll.
Oh, dope.
That's smart.
okay.
After the moonbeam destroys it, you see Yavanna tap the staff, and where the crystal is, you see it turns over, and the crystal's now going down. It's like a pointed crystal, and now you see it like a shillelagh, how it's turned over, and the wood like extends and curves over.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Smashing.
All right.
Is she gonna move?
I don't know. It's up to you. You're pretty safe where you are, but you still have your free range of movement if you want.
I'll stay there.
Okie dokie. It is now every bad guy's turn. Okay.
Who's this?
So she's gonna turn around and attack Shalmir. That's Tyrion. Mr. 2, who got there's water everywhere.
Oh, okay.
He tripped and fell a few times. So they're gonna make attack rolls. 2 against Charnook, 1 against and 2 against Shalmir.
I am raging.
So let's do this. Okay, so that is against Shalmir. That is a natural 20 up to a 26. That is a 21 to hit with the 2 against you.
Yep.
Against you, that would be a 21 and a
they have to make
natural
wisdom.
1. So that
They have to make wisdom against Charnook to attack them.
That's true.
Oh, wisdom saves. Oh, fuck.
And
I gotta write this down.
oh, that's such a good combo. Because they have disadvantage on attacks that aren't against me when I'm engaged with them. That's so good.
Wait. So they got disadvantage
That's
against
why I
him.
did
This guy that I am currently attacking
Yeah.
has disadvantage when he tries to attack literally anyone. other
Okay,
than
but
me.
he's attacking you.
Okay.
So what's the wisdom save throws?
I believe it's 14.
Okay.
Is the DC.
So everybody has to make wisdom saving
Yeah,
throws.
14. Anybody attacking Charnook.
Oh, attacking Charnook. Okay.
So
One
it's
got a
three.
19, one got an 11. So that one, the one that rolled a 1 anyway, didn't matter. But the 19, it does go through then. Okay.
I'll take this damage.
Okay. Cool.
I can take it.
So against the goblin
You
got a
can choose
crit.
a different target.
Goblin got a crit.
The
lol.
goblin got a crit against our boy Shalmir. Okay.
Your armor won't
Oh,
protect you now.
That's a 6. 6 points of
a good
slashing damage.
Good crit.
And the other one.
Why is there a
Oh
goblin
my
here?
god. 3 points of piercing damage as the goblin is going crazy with the knives, and the one with their lung bleeding out, just a haphazard, just tries to put it right up at your neck, and it just sort of cuts you a little bit as you're just like, oh, please. Against you, that would be only one person gets to roll against you, and he's attacking with those. So that'll be 6 points of slashing damage, half
reduced
to
to
that beats us 3. So 3 points of slashing damage. Okay. That gets all them. I believe. Oh, our orc buddy. Oh my god.
All right.
He finally gets to get up.
Oh, he's not dead? What?
No. Oh my god. So he can use half his movement.
I should have finished him.
I thought you said he was dead.
Oh, you're right. Jeez, I didn't take him off the board. You're right. He just squashed his head.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it.
All right.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
so
I was
mad.
like, I totally would have finished him.
So mad. You're right. He's still on my
his
list.
head
That's
like
how
a
long it's
melon.
been. He's been dead for so long. Tyrion, your turn. Orhana on deck.
Alrighty.
You're right here. Behind the wall.
All right. So where are good guys at the moment?
I just
Just to help
You
me.
believe the camera would be oriented in a way that doesn't clearly see everything. Oh, Reed. That's it. We're taking you back. We're turning you into Schenectady. That's it.
Oh no.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay.
There. Let's see. So this little like papery thing.
What's that? Yeah, then we gotta now turn all these for the camera. So everybody can see it.
Oh no!
Shalmir's
Shalmir's dead!
You killed Shalmir. Okay, I'm not helping him.
That little prick.
My sanctuary.
Showing all my bad guys. Oh, it's out of focus. Oh, it's right there. I was going close. Okay.
All right. So it's Shalamir that's kind of there on the left of the archer lady,
Yep.
and then was that somebody else who's on the other side?
Yeah,
of her?
Ulyrus is crouched just with 2 blades
Okay.
in his hand right now.
Damn. Let's.
Yeah,
see.
everyone's surrounding all the bad guys right now.
Can't-
the hurt.
Use your fire technique.
but I
Cast
don't
fireball,
wanna-
do it, you coward.
I don't want to hurt Ulyrus.
You give me a perception check.
He's pretty dexy. You could probably make the save.
Frick.
11.
You notice right on the entrance to this area, on top of the stone there, you see a crow looking at you, and you see it fly off and follow where the mind flayer went.
But there's these people as well.
Is
there?
You just noticed
Yeah.
it. I'm not telling you to
Is-
do that.
No. Is there? This is gonna be a silly thing.
Oh boy.
If I go next to Ulyrus, or like behind Ulyrus, or like next to him,
Uh huh.
would I be able to cast something that's a 30-foot line, 5-foot wide, down that line of enemies
Sneak it.
without hurting Ulyrus?
You won't hurt Ulyrus.
Alright, I'm gonna do it then.
All right. All right. Let's do it. Move him up. Go ahead.
That's like about 15 feet.
Yep. 5
So
times.
I just want to nail all of them And I'm gonna cast Agonizar's Scorcher at 3rd level.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
What is that?
So they need to make a dex save.
Okay, you need to make a dex save.
Okay.
I roll 1 for all of them.
That's a fail. That's a 4.
All right, I got
Don't matter.
11
It's fine.
and a
got
14.
I'm
No,
fine.
11 and it would be different for them. One guy's gonna have a higher one.
Love this.
They need to beat a 15.
No one's beating a 15.
Okay. So that is
5
gonna
feet,
be
you said?
Roll high, you coward!
5 feet wide, 30 feet long. Line of fire.
Oh, 5 feet wide though. Oh, he got lucky. Oh, damn you. Oh shit. No, you're good.
Oh, I'm
All
good.
right.
Yeah, you're not getting hit either. No. I went the wrong way with it. Yep. You're damn.
So this is just a
get your boy Flume.
big roaring
Oh, no.
line of fire bursts from my hands and does.
He's a firebender.
Let's see.
Shouldn't have attacked.
And then what I'm gonna do, because I can, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to re-roll. I'll re-roll 3 of these, and I have to take the new thing.
Okay.
So I'm using a sorcery point to use empowered spell, and I can re-roll up to 4 die.
I'm trusting you
Ooh.
till 2
That's-
months from now when you change this on me.
That's actually
Yes. Good.
All right, that was way better.
Okay.
All right, so that's a 21 points of fire damage
Burning your
to
boys.
everyone in that line.
Oh.
everyone.
He just looks.
It's a 30-foot line.
The DM just looks
Oh.
around like.
So you do. So Tyrion comes in, rushing through, and he's like, Elyrus, out of the way! And Elyrus is still crouched, like, you can see me? I can stand perfectly still. And as he leans
Watch out!
in,
Like Kamehameha.
Kamehameha overtaking, you see the archer bleeding with the look, just turns to dust. The goblin turns to dust. You see the other one just caught on fire. The other two are taking it, and the one way at the back takes the brunt, or the end of the brunt of it, and you can tell they're both hurt, but they're alive. They don't look happy.
They shouldn't be. They just got.
Oh shit! Nice one. I got you.
Most of them they all have 3rd-degree burns. Or 2nd-degree burns.
You weren't kidding about the flame thing. Nice.
That was awesome.
And that's
You rolled a
the
what? Oh god, yeah, okay.
tan,
Yep.
right?
21 you said, right?
There's a back and a tan.
Yes.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Oh, okay.
They're both
So we don't wanna
looking
hit
really bad. Okay, so that now leaves Orhana. You're starting up.
Cool. At this point, the mind flare and
You can't see him. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, but he loses the
Yeah,
able to see 5 feet thing.
cool. Charnook, you're on deck, and Elyrus is after that, as well as Mind Flayer and Brains.
Yeah. If I move over here, am I able to see the intellectual devourer?
You would have disadvantage on that shot. You have to shoot through one,
Yeah,
two,
through a
three,
lot of
4,
people,
5
so.
people, and a chair interrogation area. That's supposed to be like all the tools and everything that he was using to interrogate Floon.
You can move forward.
I think I'm actually gonna move and go right around the corner here,
Sure, you can do
and then
that.
I should be able to shoot him.
Oh,
right?
clearly, absolutely, you
Okay,
can do
perfect. So I have 30. I was here. I have 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
So like,
that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
yeah, that'll be all
Cool.
good, right?
Perfect. Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
You can
cool.
take a shot against the living intellectual devourer.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to use the this device, not this one. The piercing arrow.
Okay.
We'll see if I make the shot.
Okay.
Alright, and so that is a 19 to hit the intellectual devourer.
Hits.
Perfect. 1, 8.
Sorry.
Oop,
Oh no, the D8.
throwing things.
We don't need it.
You'll need it.
Alright, and that's. Don't you stop? That's a 4.
It's a 4.
To hit that.
It has damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 for damage.
Okay.
And then.
Your arrow goes into one of its legs. Tink.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I actually get more because it's a piercing.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And so I actually get another d6.
Oh shit.
Okay, and that's a 3. So that's
7.
Yeah, 7 damage.
Okay.
Cool. I have another attack.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's roll back down to piercing roll. Has to make a dex save.
Just listen to that riff, man. Your stone is just emanating right now. It's like
Yeah.
it's all these different shades of reds. You're jamming right now.
Then it takes that.
You got your
Oh, okay.
scimitars out.
Scimitars, yeah.
Scimitars. There you go.
I'm just dancing with them, like twirling them a bit.
All within these little 6-second frames and windows.
Yeah, just
Yeah. No, I know. So you actually, before it takes the 3 extra damage, you have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
It's got to be greater than 14.
Oh, 17.
Okay.
It's a 19 with the modifier. So.
All right, so it takes 1 damage from that, 1 or 2, because it would be half of it if he succeeded.
Yep.
So 1 or 2.
1.
Okay.
Everyone's getting complicated.
yeah.
I can't wait to our bigger fights.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a mess.
We'll have it figured out by then.
You can go diagonal
And
for shooting.
I
Yeah.
won't
You
shoot Floon, right?
don't want to shoot Flume. Yeah.
I
It's,
know.
yeah.
So from where I am, I can make it around him.
Uh,
Or do I need
you
to
have to move 5 feet left or right to try and shoot the Kenku.
Yeah, that's fine. I moved,
Okay.
20 feet before?
25 feet. So
Okay.
you have 30, I believe.
Yeah, I have 30 with my boots.
Damn you. You take an arrow, take a side step, knock the next arrow.
Man, that was good. That's like a 25.
Yeah, it hits.
Alrighty.
They have an armor class of 12.
Alright, and that's 4 damage to the Kenku one.
Nice. All right.
The Kenku.
As the Kenku the blades are like in its hands and. Kenku's dead.
It died?
Yeah.
Right in the beak.
Oh, it just took fire, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's very dead.
Yeah.
It was barely hanging on to life. Okay, it is now Mind Flayer's turn.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You hear that other room? Okay, it is now Charnix's turn. And Ulyrus is on deck.
In my rage with my ancestral spirits flying around,
Yep.
I don't like the headache that tiny little brain thing gave me.
What a dick. Especially
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
whip
the
around and
rules.
smash it with my hammer.
Do it!
That's a good line of thought.
Well, that's not great. It's 12 to hit.
Yeah, that's your armor class.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that's nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, that's not so
That's
That's a
12 points of damage on the first attack.
Oh, no, we're one of these, aren't we? Hi, Grog. Yeah, okay. Ever see him play at level 20? Just.
How's it looking?
It's looking bad. It's looking real
We'll
bad.
hit it again. Natural 20.
Sweet.
So that's 6. That's 16 plus. That's 22 points of damage.
The legs go in all the directions and splat all across the floor. Blood goes everywhere. Brain juice blood, though. It's not normal blood.
I didn't like that thing.
Nice one. I didn't like that thing either. It hit you? Oh, yeah, it hit you, right?
All right.
It hit me too.
It made my head feel. I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
it's like a brain freeze.
Ulyrus, your turn.
Would you know what a brain freeze
Is there only one thing left?
Yeah, there's one human-looking rogue about 5, 10, 15, 25 feet ahead of you who's looking horrendous. His cloak has been burnt away. He's almost naked. His armor, like all the leather of it's been singed, and he is bleeding profusely. Actually, he's not bleeding anymore. You're right. He cauterized all the wounds. Yeah, he's just not having a good day. All right, up to you to become a murderer.
Do it. Do it, you coward.
All right,
I can't keep track.
I'm going to go to the door where the mind flayer looked through, and
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. How much?
How much distance do you have?
30.
30. Well, if you use your bonus action, you can get into the next room.
Action.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
If you do that to surge, or what? No, it's not. It's called
Dash.
Oh yeah, because he has the cunning action.
Dash.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I can use a bonus action to dash.
All right.
Yeah, it's a cunning action.
Should
Isn't
be
it?
able to. Yeah,
Yep,
it's cunning
cunning
action.
action. Yep. Bonus action to dash.
Yep.
All right, so I dash.
Over.
Do you want me to just lift it?
Yeah, I got to reposition the camera though, so that's why.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's something over
All right, so
here.
you open up the door and you see some really
Oh, you killed him.
strange stuff in front of you.
All right.
Mhm.
Can I do a roll to see if I know what they are?
I don't know, Ryan. Can you?
I don't know. You're the DM.
I am the DM. Is it an action? Like, what are we talking here, bud? What are you
It's
doing?
an action to make an ability
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, I can use my action.
But you used your
Bonus action.
Oh no,
used
I
a
hate
bonus
rogues. I hate rogues. Damn this group. This group is gonna be a pain in my dick. God. All right. Yeah, go ahead. You make a history check.
Least favorite 4 words.
That is a 23.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah, that's a low roll.
Yeah. It seems stone cold from the way you got in there and trying to see what designs it is. You've definitely heard of these in myth and legend, but you can't put your finger on what it is.
Okay.
That's a 23.
Yeah. Guess who gets higher DCs because he's a dick? That guy. For more important stuff, get higher DCs. Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
Got nothing left.
All right. Mind Flare comes out of nowhere. No, I'm kidding.
Suck your brain.
They're dead, so it's Tellius' turn.
Well, there's one boy there.
He's not a brain. They rolled lower.
Oh, okay.
Tellius' turn.
Right.
He looks pretty defeated, and he looks pretty burn victim.
Pretty burn victim.
Yeah.
Well, I can't reach him with an action. I know that. Or with my movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away.
40 feet away.
Yeah.
I am going to.
Rage.
Nope.
Yeah, it turns out I'm actually no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
12th class? 12 monthly classes?
No.
One in every class.
Level 1 in every class.
Give me a second to think here. I know what I want to do. I just don't know how I want to do it.
Okay. I wouldn't think too hard, Justin, about this.
No,
Seduce
Just go,
him.
just go for it.
Seduce him.
No, I'm trying to think of a joke.
All right.
Oh. Yeah. Good spell.
I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
Oh, God.
And I'm gonna say,
God, you have to move for that.
it's 60 feet now.
Okay.
Nope, you don't. You're gonna vicious mockery a burn
Right.
victim. Okay. All right, you've said it. Let's go.
Is it hot in here or is it just you?
What do I have
Wait
to
a
do?
second.
It's a wisdom save of 14.
A 14, and then does he take any damage for
Takes
it?
2d4 if he fails.
Is he charmed?
Oh, it's this fucking dice again! Fuck you! You rolled a 2. God damn it. That has rolled a 2, a 3, and a 2.
Why are you asking?
Stop giving me the dice back. We're done.
Why are you asking?
What just happened?
He's asking if he's charmed.
He's,
Part of the
I
attack.
don't think he's charmed.
I don't think so.
No,
He's
it's
just
part of the
has
attack.
straight-
It was,
He
It's
has
straight
disadvantage
damage.
on the next attack.
it was a
roll,
great
but
pickup line.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so vicious mockery. Okay.
Damage.
2d4. It's 6 damage.
Okay, so how do you want to do this?
Just knocked him
Yeah, you sure did. I can't fucking believe this game.
I'm gonna just.
This is the same game, same group of people. The two tones of these campaigns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
As I say that, I'm gonna as I say that, he's just gonna like start weeping
Okay.
and fall over until he stops weeping because the joke was so bad, but it was so personal that he just falls over and dies.
He just weeps until he bleeds.
So as he somehow through his charred and burned ears, he hears this. This eardrum is ruptured, but not this one. Oh, and as he tries to cry, the tear ducts are burnt, so no water comes. As he tries to feel the pain worse than the burning of his skin, and he gets into a fetal position and stops breathing. That ends combat.
That's one way to do it.
Is it hot in here? Is it just you?
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I gotta walk over to Floon. Are you okay?
He got burnt.
What the fuck just happened? Did he just die?
Yeah.
We were sent by Volo.
Did he just fucking die? What are you?
I think so.
Are you magical?
I have a way with words.
Is that gonna kill me too?
No, we're here to rescue you.
Oh, well, I told another joke.
I like telling jokes.
I'm terrified right now, but you seem to have a charming face, so I trust you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm
Not
gonna
you.
start getting his bindings.
Oh, thanks you so much. Oh,
At this point, the spirits would go away.
they dissipate away.
Right.
So you now have a giant minotaur. You hear the horse hooves.
Are we gonna ignore the elephant in the room?
There's an
So,
elephant here.
what?
What he said.
What?
Is that you, Charnook?
Yeah, of course it's me.
But you got the horns and you're bigger and hairy.
Yeah,
You're bigger than me.
yeah,
I thought we were buds.
yeah. Of course we are.
I'm feeling a bit betrayed. You were like a guy, and now you're like this big. I thought I was the weird one here. Now you're weird.
Well, you know,
I'm the weird one.
if I were to go out in public, if I were to go up out of these sewers looking like I am right now, how you think people would be okay with that?
Look at me.
Well,
Look at me.
He has a good point. Wow. I'm
you
amazed.
notice,
Morhana, what are you doing right now?
I'm grabbing the arrows and the daggers that I threw.
Can't find the dagger.
Ah, okay.
Sheesh.
you notice that on. He's got the horns and he's got the big bull head, and on top of his head he's got it looks like a little bit of a samurai helm. Doesn't have the horn bits, but where those would be his natural horns are, and it's the only piece of armor other than just one studded leather pad and a strap where he keeps his maul holstered. That's what he's got on, other than the cloak that was fashioned for him earlier.
He was bumping a lot of people with that in the streets, but people
yeah.
are just like, what the
Why is that so hard? Why does this guy smell so bad?
So you're the same guy, you just look different, right?
Yeah, of course.
So everyone to set the scene is walking toward the center of this area where Floon was being tortured. Orhana is picking up her arrows. Floon seems pretty all right, despite the whole incident. He seemed to have a fun time. Yavanna and Shalmir are coming
Who's going to use divine
upside.
sense
Oh, you need...
to detect good and evil?
Okay.
What about our friend?
Which one?
What's his name?
Oh, yeah, he's there. Yeah, Never Remember's there.
Remember.
So he's just getting turned the corner because he didn't see your Minotaur thing initially. I'm pretty sure he still hasn't seen it yet. And as he walks in and sees all you guys talking, he's so out of touch that he doesn't care. Doesn't even... He's like, another beast of the forest! Wonderful Floon! You're okay! He's like, oi, never... And they're hugging and doing... And yeah. They're happy to see each other. They give a kiss on cheeks and all that type of stuff.
Nice sign.
Yep. So they're all happy. What are you doing, Eulyris?
I'd like to go up the steps of whatever that thing is and
All right.
try to get a better
You go up the
look
steps.
at
Could
it.
you give me a charisma saving throw?
Oh shit! Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Charisma. That is an 11. Yep, 11.
As you're going up the steps, you feel a force come over you. You you have a strange need to get some aggression.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. Oh,
Is-
you gonna ruin
is-
this on me?
Maybe.
You fucking asshole.
Just,
detect
I have
anything
a
evil about
question.
He's in the other room
is
right now. What's the
this-
range on good and evil?
Is this, am I
60
being
feet.
charmed?
16 feet?
60.
60 feet?
Yeah.
If you're in the center there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, fuck. All right, we'll get back to you. Yeah, let's say we're being charmed.
I'm being charmed? Alright, so I have Fey ancestry, so I have advantage on saving throws.
Yay!
Go ahead and make it.
Wolves.
Alright. That's worse. So whatever it is.
Okay. So Eulyris, as you're going up the stairs, you stop and you turn. And you walk back into the group with everybody else. And as you do that, how does detect good and evil typically work, Luke?
Let's see.
Like, evil things get highlighted?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like it's just like detect magic, I would assume. Just like, let's see, it says...
I think you have to choose a specific...
Yeah, let me...
it just says you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead, or affected by the hell spell, within 60 feet.
It's divine sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that too.
So does that...
So it's just like anything around me.
I need the specifics. I need it specifically read to me again.
Yeah. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or another location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Oh, okay. So, no, nothing happens. You're all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay, we're good. So, as you're walking in the circle right now, as you approach everybody talking back and forth, I want you to make an attack against Floon.
Oh no!
Roll a hit.
Okay.
As they're hugging and kissing cheeks, Eulyris comes in, seeming a little out of sync, out of whack. Seems like a little possessed.
So that's a 9.
A 9? Well, that does not hit. All right.
Phew.
As you go up to hit Floon, you see Nevermember kind of grab your arm and just like, hey, what's going on here? What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Do I gain control or am I still...
Your mind's been active the whole time. You just seem to have lost control.
And I'm still out of control?
I mean, what do you want to try and do?
Can I intervene on this? I assume I.
Well, everyone's now noticed that
Yeah.
Eulyris just
restrain him.
pull a
I
knife.
wanna,
Hang on, I'd like to try to back away and drop my weapon.
Gonna grapple him.
As you back away, you can't drop the weapon, and then a Minotaur grabs you from behind.
Oh, okay. Not
Well,
even
you
gonna.
could have a roll for that.
Go ahead and roll for it. No, you go ahead, but she's not gonna beat you.
That's
Is that a strength on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
18. Is it athletics?
Well, for a grapple, he can use his dex.
Oh, then
Yeah,
let's
so
do this.
you
Wait,
might-
because I got another plan just in case.
Athletic.
So if that's athletics, that's a 21 on me.
21. What are you gonna roll in
Okay,
athletics?
He would be doing acrobatics
All right.
Acrobatics?
if it's against his dex.
Acrobatics.
when,
Then yeah.
When you're defending against a grapple, you can use athletics or acrobatics.
All right.
Well, they're the same, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But it's 17.
17.
You could,
Ain't no way.
As he goes to grab you, you grab him. How do you grab him?
I give him a big hug.
All right. Make
from the behind.
make an attack. Attack against Charnook.
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Charnook's still raging. Curses.
All right. That is a 16.
That hits.
All right. Roll a D4. No, D6.
D6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's a. I don't give a shit.
Any
Just roll
particular
D6.
reason? Should I just use my dagger or?
Yeah, you could use a dagger.
All right, I'll just use the dagger.
All right.
All right. So that would be.
What dagger?
So that is 3 points of damage.
Plus 4. So that takes 7 points of damage.
Ow. Why'd you do that?
So as he grabs you, your dagger goes out and stabs him in the leg, and then you take it out, and you feel control come back to you.
What the heck, man?
I dropped the knife.
Ting, 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 falls on the ground.
Why'd you do that?
What just happened? I've got like my hands up with fire, a little orb of fire kind of starting to glow in it.
Yeah, everyone just on edge right now.
Ulyrus?
I went in there and something took control. Could not. I'm so.
I'd like to go over to the room.
Okay.
I'm going over there with him.
All right.
Hey, wait.
They're going to the room. You're yelling, wait at them.
Before we go over there, or while we go over there, I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil against myself.
You're not
Again, on yourself or everybody?
On myself.
Okay.
On myself. It's only one creature.
I want to not touch whatever that thing is. I just want to inspect it.
Can I?
Okay.
Wait, while they're going in, can
I will inspect it with touching it.
Well, you're already walking away. You can't choose a. You're already walking and you're casting your spell. He's investigating it. What are you doing?
How close are you to me as they're walking away?
What's that?
How close are you to me as they're walking away?
So you guys would be going past them. So if they're walking away, they're getting your 5, 10, 15. So like this all happened over here and they're holding you
Do I have enough
guys.
time to cast a 30-foot range spell?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Bless at 2nd level on them.
What does that do?
Extra D4. It's the opposite of Bane.
Okay. Oh, easy. Good. Yeah. I know it. Go. Okay. Cool. So everyone gets blessed. Okay.
It's just 3 people.
Perfect.
But,
okay.
So whoever's walking into the room.
So Shalmir, Tyrion. What's Giovanna doing right now?
Standing around. I'm trying to keep track of where everyone is.
Yeah, no, it's a mental gymnastics.
I'll cast on myself as well. And walk
Okay,
around.
cool. Everyone's walking.
I'm walking over to where Ulyrus dropped the dagger.
Yep.
I'm going to investigate that.
Okay, go ahead and make an investment check.
Okay, I already did, but I'll make another one.
All right.
Let's see. This is a 12. Or
Plus.
maybe a 13.
So, Ivana, you're sort of just walking in the room after seeing all. You were next to Shalmir, and Shalmir's kind of going forward to go investigate the next room. In front of you are two people, these two redheaded, beautiful-looking men, and they were both almost attacked from behind by Ulyrus, who tried to put a knife in them. That was then stopped by a giant minotaur came up behind Ulyrus, and behind you guys is this doorway where that weird stone structure is right now. You're in the sewers, and all this violence has ended. There's a bunch of bodies laying about from the gang that inhabit this hideout. Just to try and orient you a little better there. Sorry about that. So you're investigating, and Tyrion, you're investigating. What are your roles?
And I specifically want to understand the magic.
Okay,
related to this thing.
So give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
My roll is a 12.
12? Okay. 17. I mean, it looks like a normal dagger. What'd you get, Arcana boy?
17 on Arcana.
It looks like a normal dagger.
No, I was looking at the object in the room.
Oh, you left the room. Oh, on Arcana. You can feel the magic emanating off this, and some magical process was just used in here.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Oh, what does that do?
Detects magic.
for 30 feet around me.
Yeah.
I can sense magic.
Yep.
So I can see anything that has magical aura around it
All right.
is indicated to me, and then I can learn the school of its magic if there is one.
All right. It's very faint, and I have no idea what I'd classify this school as. So could you describe the schools to me quick?
You can pull up your player's guide,
What's
and if you
the-
look under spells,
Evocation, which is like destruction.
yeah.
Might be necromancy.
So there's abjuration, which is aggressive spells like barriers, harmful effects, things like that. There's conjuration, which is transportation of.
That's it, conjuration. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. And it wasn't because it's conjuration. I had it up on my own. I read. Okay, we're good. Conjuration.
Okay.
You know it's a
suspected that.
conjuration spell. Yep.
Okay. All right. I think our tentacle friend has left the building, or moved, or something.
Man, I really wanted to punch him.
You haven't let down Eulyrus, and
No,
you
I
walked over with him over to the door. your feet are dangling like a little child at the end of a stool right now as you're being walked over. You're still bleeding, but you don't care. It's already like clotting. Shalmir, you're inside the room as well, and it would appear Yavanna is watching Orhana inspect the dagger at this point.
If I let you down, are you gonna stab me?
I didn't want to stab you in the first place, so no.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Ryan, you stab everyone. No. Okay, yeah, you're down and you feel a little shook.
I'm gonna sit down in the corner of the doorway and just kind of, mull things over.
Okay.
It's just a stab wound. Don't be a baby.
I'm gonna investigate the room that I'm in and then
How hurts are you?
the other rooms.
Okay. Go for it.
Not too bad, but a little bit.
The first one is a 19 for the
Okay.
room that we're in.
This room you're in, you notice a lot of torture tools. You see a lot of pictures of, like, in purple chalk, basically, written all over the walls are Xanderthar-looking creatures or Beholder-looking creatures. They had some artists in here that Yavanna's not having any piece of, that these are not good. Like, she's already gone to work on redrawing some of these walls down here with much more beautiful displays than this garbage that's going on right now.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at second level and try to.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, mate.
So
It's 2d8 plus 4.
you just feel that nice warmth coming in. It's just a nice little touching you. Yeah, feeling good. All right, what else you doing? You going to the other rooms?
Yep.
All right,
That's.
I'll do the one in the back first.
sure.
I rolled the wrong things.
That was an 11.
Okay. You notice a lot of their clothing's in here, way too big for you. They don't really have too much. You find a couple copper on the table, so about 3 copper
You're the best.
that you can add to your inventory. And you see they had all their weapons on them, but then you burned most of them to death in the hall, so there's not much left there. And these are pretty poor for the Xanderthars. These people are only some of the underlings you're starting to get because they don't have a good horde here.
I go to the next room.
Sure.
Oh, that was
a good
good.
one.
That was like 24.
24.
Yeah.
As you get into this room, it seems like more of the same with the last room, except those Kenku are crafty, and you notice a little area underneath, and you're able to open it up, and you see a picture of his little Kenku family. You throw that shit aside, and you find 4 gold.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And finally, the other room.
Which one's that?
The circle
Oh,
thing.
sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 9.
9. You walk in, it's just more stonework. There's really nothing else in here but stone. Okay. So.
All right. So yeah, this platform thing, I suspected some sort of teleportation that he used to escape.
Everyone's
What?
staring at Tyrion.
Just out of curiosity, because detect magic lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Does everybody else have magical stuff on them?
Oh, so
My hat's glowing.
yeah, your hat's glowing.
What's going on?
He's detecting.
Or how does
Did
got a
you-
bunch of magical
Did you-
stuff?
I don't know. We'll have to figure this out.
Come over here.
All right.
Oh my
God
goodness.
damn it, she's got secrets. Jesus Christ.
Talius, do you have any magic on you?
Magic
items.
on me.
Magical items is what he's referring
I
to.
would have picked up my stone of
Sick beats.
sick beats. That's magical. I think technically my scimitars are magical, but not really, like super magical. That's about it.
Shalamir.
You'll probably have to ask Reed about that. The only thing that would be magical would be the tablet on my belt.
Eulyrus.
We're gonna have to wait for Reed. I don't think so, but we're gonna have to ask Reed.
Okay. I'm just like, ooh,
I don't know
what's
if-
everybody carrying?
I don't know if some of these are considered magical or not.
I'm sorry,
staff
I'm
is
kind of
magical
low-key
too.
eavesdropping. What did you say, Ryan?
Oh, I said I don't know if some of the items I have are considered magical, so we'll have to ask Reed.
All right, I'm back, you monsters, and we're gonna be wrapping soon.
Yep.
Wrapping presents.
Nope,
Yes.
that's enough for you.
I think he
Reed.
means that you
Yeah.
rat.
Are any of the items that I have considered magical?
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm just looking at everyone.
So she lights up like a Christmas tree, or Hana.
I have like magic boots. I have 2 magic daggers. I have. Let me check.
Everything's glowing.
I have 10 arrows.
Don't look. You don't get to look. The arrows are glowing. I don't care if you're married.
Let's see. I have
Jeez.
You go home and tell each other anyway.
bag of tricks. Did I say my boots are glowing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything's glowing.
Boots
All
are
right.
glowing. Yeah,
All right.
that's the important stuff.
His necklace is glowing, and Tellius's necklace is glowing.
Yeah, that's where the stone is, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know if
Is there anything else? I don't
my
believe.
sword's a little bit.
A little bit,
but,
yeah.
like, not really.
Yeah, it's a very faint. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, so there's just a glow on them, a faint one. Your hat's glowing. Eulyrus, how much stuff did I give you?
You gave me.
Yeah, like 3 things, right? 2 of them aren't glowing. I know.
You gave me 4 things.
Fuck me. All right. What were? Oh God. The gift from the people, not glowing. The thing you found that you play with, not glowing. What are the other 2
Yeah.
things?
Like
if you want to dance around it. Oh yeah, nope, not the other thing you found at the top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the last thing?
Cocaine.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oh.
What's the other one? Are you sure I gave you? I gave.
Yeah, no, I have it right here. I'm just trying to decide how to say it.
I mean, you can. It's really just like a brief description.
It's an
of,
object,
like-
so I don't know if it's gonna glow.
It-
Like you don't have to
it-
say
it-
what it
it-
is, but
you
we
don't-
need to
yeah,
figure
it
out.
should be just like
This is
something
the
in your-
thing that glows on its own.
Oh, so that was the other thing I was saying. Yeah, I'll give it a glow. Yeah, it's you detect a little some. You're not sure what the hell it is. It's a weird looking design.
Okay, so
Yavanna,
that was the other thing.
her staff is glowing. Boy, you're the worst, Tyrion.
I'm surprised I wasn't a paladin. Normally the paladins are the fun ruiners, you know?
I don't believe. I think it's
die
just
with my
at least the staff. Do you have any other magical items on you, Yavanna?
You know, they get the rap for being the lawful good boys.
I couldn't hear you. What was that?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. I'm with you. All right, and Shalmir, your stone tablet shines. Your armor shines.
Would my armor shine?
Yeah, it shines. Yeah, it shines, whether you like it or not, bucko. Oh, man, you don't even know. And what else you got in there? I think it's
It
about
really
it.
wouldn't be. I mean,
All right, and the
Yeah.
only thing the only follow up is what school of magic is
Oh, fuck you.
is Charnook's hat.
Oh, I can tell you that.
Yeah, go ahead. If you wanted me to identify all that, I was going to break you.
I wasn't gonna go for all of them. I just want to know the hat.
Illusion.
Okay, that's what I figured.
That
Yep.
makes sense.
The demon! The demon! All right.
Necromancy.
Oh fuck!
Okay, so, what are you guys all doing right now? Are you all heading up to the surface, or?
Well, I imagine we've got Loon, so let's go back.
got what we
Go
came
find
for.
Volo.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
I
Hey,
will disguise myself in my human form.
Okay, you put on your, and in my mind, it's a top hat, right?
No,
what
it's
is
like
it?
it's like a samurai helm.
Oh, I see what you got.
Like
now.
guards
Okay.
the
Yep.
side and the back
Yep.
of the
Yep.
neck,
Yep.
and the whole
I
thing
still
to
wish
make
it was a
look
top
really
hat, but that's fine.
cool. I
So-
can make it look like a top hat.
It's
sometime.
okay. We don't need that right
All
now.
right.
We have your vision. So you put on basically your samurai helmet and you become your normal looking self. What is normal now? And
What is I can be whatever I want. You guys know. My
are you?
secret
Do you
now.
have any spell slots left to even change
I
yourself?
have one more.
All right. Well, you're going up to the surface then.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my last spell slot to
Okay.
look like my human form.
And then I guess everyone's going up to the surface then.
I'm gonna go back into that the second room, I guess, that I investigated and
Yeah.
take some of the clothing
Yeah.
and kind of like, I don't know, like make some kind of cape or something.
Yeah. You
for
basically
myself to
change
try
out
to-
of what you had and then you put a new one on.
Yeah, that was
You're
pretty
able to.
distinct before. I
Yeah.
wanted
Yours was
some of
really
that
red.
blends
Now
in.
it's very black.
Is my dagger still on the ground?
Which one? It wasn't your dagger.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was. You had two daggers. The one you used wasn't your dagger.
What? Where'd I get it?
It was in the room.
Remember when you stabbed the elf and then you took out both daggers?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, where is it?
Oh.
Fuck you guys. I don't know.
That's cool.
Want to make an investigation check?
Yeah, I do.
All right, go ahead.
That's
you
cheeky.
bastards. That was so close. What'd you roll?
I rolled
I hate 'em.
a
One.
I hope so.
30.
It's nowhere to be found. You rolled a 30. You're right, man. It's nowhere to be
I
found.
guess.
It's fucking nowhere.
Hey, did anyone see where that knife went?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
What
killed a
knife?
guy with my words.
Why do you need a knife? You gonna stab me again?
But no, wait, that's a good point. He did just stab you, and now the knife is gone. He dropped it on the ground.
Somebody have the knife?
Did I ever pick up the knife?
I don't have a knife.
Knives are baby weapons.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking around. Everyone's shaking heads right now. Nobody seems to have it.
Well,
That's
another
weird. That's
mystery for
weird.
another
All right,
day.
let's go get paid.
Okay.
Guess it's lost forever then.
Everyone goes up, and then they end
Sorry,
up.
Lyris. You lost your dagger.
Sorry.
Can you insight check a group, or can it only be one person?
You have to choose a person.
Okay.
You for the sake. Fuck. You want?
No. Let's just go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Everybody goes to the surface.
My secret's no.
Everybody goes to the surface.
It's all collapsing.
this fucking anyway, you go over there and you go to the tavern. You see Volo. They see both your guys. You have no problem going through the streets. It's actually daytime at this point. You've been down there so long, and you all smell terrible. You reek. As soon as you get in the bar, everyone's like, "Whoa!" You even see
Quick
like,
question.
Sorry, I farted.
The guards that were chasing us as I jumped in last into the sewer.
Yeah.
Were they waiting for us at the top?
no, because you guys went out a different entrance and you came out somewhere completely different.
Oh yes. All right,
shit.
perfect.
You guys were on the opposite side of the town at that point of the city.
Nice.
So you get back to the yawning portal through everything, no trouble at all. And you see your buddy Volo, who sees the other two, and everyone has a group hug. And they're all happy, and they inform you, just like, if you ever need a favor from the Never Members, me, not my father, fuck him, you will always have my blessing. And you see Floon's like, I'm poor, but like if you need anything, I'll help you out. I forgot his accent there for a second. And Volo's like, I am in your debt. You are all so wonderful. Here's the deal. A little short on funds, but I'm going to compensate you way, way more than you ever would have got paid with gold. I have a deed to a recent parchment of land I have acquired. And it is yours. Thankfully, it's the midday, so we can go get the exchange going. We got to go to the quartermaster. Definitely not the quartermaster. I don't have it in front of me, but the person that validates this.
The town clerk.
Sure, it's probably the town clerk, honestly. Honestly, I think that's probably it. The town clerk, and you will have what is worth far more. And I will still get you your gold. That's still happening. But now, in the meantime, this is like our payment process.
I insight check that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll lean
Yeah,
over
same.
to you. I'll
What did
lean
you
over.
get?
I don't know yet. Hold on.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 1.
You got a 1? Dude,
10.
this is even better than before.
10.
This seems great.
I'll lean over to Eliris and be like, what's that piece of paper say?
Can I read the piece of paper?
Yeah, so Volo hands it over to you, and it's a deed to a mansion.
Oh, this is a deed to a mansion.
How did you get a deed? You're short on funds, but you got a deed.
It was something I acquired from my journeys and my contributions to the world, thanks to my wonderful book, Volo's Guide. He pulls it back out.
Where
in your case,
is
it's
this
still
mansion?
You sketchy.
Me?
That's a very important question.
Say it again. What was that, Tyrion?
Where is this mansion?
Oh, it's just around the corner. I just gotta find it. Oh, it's on Troll Skull Alley. That is inside.
That doesn't sound very inviting. We killed a troll.
That's true. That was a good time.
Yeah.
I remember it like I was inside the well the whole time.
I think you were.
You were inside the well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Gotta load the interactive map.
Oh, cool.
Every time.
You're not gonna see it up there.
Oh,
Not today.
Every time.
Oh, wait a second!
oh boy.
This is the haunted mansion.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Is it haunted?
It is.
It's inside the North Ward, a safe part of town.
This is the haunted mansion, isn't it?
Yes. Can't get anything past you.
I like
It's a
those
fixer-upper. In no time, you'll be all right.
Well, alright.
I'm really good.
Is
with
this
that.
house actually haunted, or is that just local superstition?
It's local
This is what-
stories. I haven't found a single ghost. My book is in
This is what he
shambles.
was
If you want to be
telling us
honest
when
here.
This is what he was talking to you about when we all first met.
Right.
Easy, Mosno. Your Mosno came out there.
That was more me than.
Yeah.
than
All right. Yeah, I know. I was very sad. I was so happy you forgot.
Well, I have a place, and I would like gold, because that's what was agreed upon.
And it'll get to you. But for the group, this will be a good middle ground to say.
Why don't you sell the deed and get gold for us?
Because this was a gift.
You can't sell a gift? That doesn't make any sense.
Volo's very squirmy at this point.
What kind of importance does this mansion hold?
Well, it is. God, we're trying to end the fucking game. God damn it, guys. You're killing me. Jesus Christ.
Here, take this mysterious paper.
Motherfucker. Ah, all right.
And we'll pick up there next time.
Yeah, let's pick up there next time.
Maybe it'll be fun.
Let's just pick up there next time.
Maybe it'll be fun.
We're stopping
I've
there.
always wanted to be a